My mind is so spectacular. Open up your aperture. You don't like the light that I be shining. Did you Dracula? Southern draw vernacular. Flip you like a spatula. Knew that I was built to put this world up on my scapula. I've been on this road so long, my tires bald. I don't wanna text and no, I don't wanna call. Came in this shit running, but you don't know how to crawl. We ain't never folding, I'm holding the highest car. Look, okay, grew up running post routes. Now I'm on the cash route. Better call the plumber, that boy spitting like a bass spout. All these bad women in this club, fuck is you mad about? Word to all my estheticians, boy, I'm about to lash out. Straight from St. John's to the east side, jigging since a knee high. Watch the way I put on for my state, nigga, yeehaw. Respect it, know what we die. Crazy how I made it to the league from the bleach eyes. Boy, my shit hair wrong, black, rich, and bare arms. Smoking on that yogi, this shit stronger than some bare arms. Goku, I'm in rare form, you cannot prepare for him. When I swing, it's like a carnivore, this shit ain't fair for him. Brought intellect back to this rap shit. You niggas need chapstick. Shit been dry for way too long, and I'm the matchstick. You niggas Nickelodeon me, I'm more like Cap Nick. Cap a nigga, throw him in front of me. Party favors on the table, you can pick and choose. I would be lying if I said that I don't get confused. I'm just a player in the game and I don't pick the rules. Why trouble always seem to find the ones with shit to lose. About to blow like we just lit the fuse. We double dutch into this dough, I get this shit in twos. Push the button, get it started, put that shit in cruise. A little dust up on his heart, I barely get to use. A fool flatters himself, a wise man flatters the fool. Man, I just came to get it started like mechanics with tools. Cause in my hood, if you don't pack a tool, you planning to lose. These young boys deserve Oscars, they be acting a fool. A couple loose screws, but they hammer accurate. Ooh, I know some niggas stuck on drugs and manufacture it too. School of hard knocks, we all got our bachelor's. Food, no cap and gowns, but we all had to master. Party favors on the table, you can pick and choose. I would be lying if I said it, I don't get confused. I'm just a player in the game and I don't pick the rules. Why trouble always seem to find the ones with shit to lose. I'm dumb lit, it's about to be a late night. Fresh wax, shawty, show me what it tastes like. Niggas know me in my city like I'm Wayne Wright. Got them looking up to me and we the same height. Ooh, I got it bad, deep in my bag. Foot on the gas, they cannot last. Swimming with the sharks, bitch, that's a great white. Never stopping, we don't even need no brake lights. Say she don't smoke, but she always smoke with me, yeah. Backwards in the air, back up in the ovaries, yeah. All my ops, they stay running like they over easy. Even my masseuses can't just get too close to me, yeah. Shout out to Next, soon as the ink dry, we count out the checks, yeah. I never flex, I bought up a business, you bought up a section. I'm at the top of my class, yeah. Y'all never learned from your lessons. Skywalker gave me the force, yeah. Turn this into an obsession, yeah. I couldn't wait on the team, cooking shit up with just me run play, yeah. Things never are what they seem, but we know the facts, yeah. Charging that shit to the game, but now I pull up with a battery pack, yeah. The bigger they are, the harder they fall, and we can just leave it at fact. I'm dumb lit, it's about to be a late night. Fresh wax, shawty, show me what it tastes like. Niggas know me in my city like I'm Wayne Wright. Got them looking up to me and we the same height. Ooh, I got it bad, deep in my bag. Foot on the gas, they cannot last. Swimming with the sharks, bitch, that's a great white. Never stopping, we don't even need no brake lights. Big bro, why they call you big bro? Every time we hit the bank, we deposit zip codes. Well connected with the streets, like we out in Skid Row.
What's good, everybody? Welcome to the Pull Up Show. I'm your host, Mr. BJ Matthews, aka B Jizzle. Before we get started, follow us on the YouTube page, the Pull Up Basketball Podcast. Like, share, subscribe, all of our YouTube videos. Hit that like button. Y'all come in here to share, subscribe, hit that Cash App, $Slick Rick 1990, $Slick Rick 1990. That is our Cash App. And if you guys do not have Cash App, make sure you guys hit that like button right here. You guys can also go to our super stickers and super comments that are available. Very, very simple. All you got to do, hit that $symbol right there into the chat box. You guys can donate at your own discretion. And at your own discretion, you guys can donate at every token. So let's get it going. All right, y'all. So we got 27 people in shop, over 27 likes. Let me start off with the comments first and start my people coming here. Salute to my man. Oh man, he said salute BJ. It's pressure time. Lewin Harden, you're on the clock. $100 symbol. Appreciate that, my man. Oh man, Avery Scott says thank you, BJ, for your great in-depth coverage of the team. I got the Clippers in 6 because we are a top 5 defensive team. I believe defense wins championships alongside with good coaching and star power. All right, appreciate you, man. No problem. Maddox Vacio 99 said Clippers in 6. Robert Duff, let's go Clippers. What's good, BJ? What's good, my man Robert? My man Dominique Carter says Clippers in 5. Nate Shepard talking about the surprise media downplaying the T-Wolves. I have a video or a short coming out on that after this show. So appreciate you. Alan NG says salute pull up fam. Let's get it. Let's get it. $99 donation from Alan. My man Alan has donated to the show so much, man. And like y'all see right here, him donating to the show so much. I definitely appreciate it, man. All this in-depth coverage I give y'all, all this, content, all the backstage, all the access. I appreciate every single donation, every single membership, every single cash, everything that y'all donate to the Pull Up Basketball Podcast. I sincerely, gratefully appreciate it. Let's continue. My man Taz says, salute, BJ. Can't wait for Zoo to make a name for himself this series. Appreciate you, my man Taz. Corey, my man Corey said Clippers in 5. All right. So, any other people in the comment section, y'all gonna have to, just hold on for a second because I'm about to go through a huge soliloquy. I'm about to go through a huge soliloquy. All right, the Clippers and the Nuggets. We are here. First game is on Monday. Or it's on Saturday tomorrow. First game will be in Denver, Colorado. The LA Clippers, the 4th seed, or the Denver Nuggets 4th seed against the LA Clippers 5th seed. We are underway. The NBA playoffs, the most exciting point of the season. We about to get it going, man. And as y'all come here, make sure y'all please hit that like button. We're going to get right into it right now, man. We're going to talk about a few things. We're going to talk about some numbers. We're going to talk about some of these interviews that, I've just recently been going back and forth with. And we're going to talk about some stuff with the strategies on both sides, man, because the title I got is that the series is going to go 6 or 7 games. Now, with that being said, y'all going to have to wait till the entirety of the soliloquy of the video to talk about how I'm going to break this down for y'all. So y'all sit back, be patient, all that good stuff. But let's talk about a couple numbers. All right? Let's talk about the team comparison. You got the LA Clippers versus the Denver Nuggets. All right? What y'all see on the screen is what they do as a team. Very similar to what I do on, regular games throughout the season. I like to go through these numbers first, right? Why is that? Because that puts in perspective of what we're looking at, right? So when you look at the LA Clippers and the Denver Nuggets, throughout the regular season, they're both 50 and 32, right? The Nuggets won the tiebreaker, right? They both won 2 games apiece. Nuggets won 2, Clippers won 2. But because the Nuggets had the biggest point differential, they get the home court nod. LA Clippers, 112 points per game to the Denver Nuggets, 120 points per game. Rebounds, 43 for the Clippers, 45 for the Nuggets. Assists per game, 25 for the Clippers, 31 for the Denver Nuggets. Turnovers a game, 13.8 to 13.6. Points per game allowed, 108 for the Clippers, 116.9 for the Nuggets. So as far as the statistics outside of the points per game allowed, the Nuggets beat them 4 out of 5 categories. As y'all come in, make sure y'all smash that like button. Now, This is context. Salute to my man, Jonell. He said in the building, salute BJ 100. So I ain't seen you in a minute, brother. Appreciate you coming in here. Corey said, yes, sir. I've been waiting for this video. Yes, sir. We're going to talk about it. Crooktown P, what's good, bro? What's up, BJ? Salute, what's good? My man, the one and only Bo, what's good? Oh, yeah, tomorrow we will be on playback, calling the game. I'll be calling the game on playback tomorrow. All right, make sure you guys flood my playback. I'm going to be showing the game physically, commentating. Everybody going to engage at halftime, after the game, all that good stuff. So bring y'all behinds to the playback. All right, if y'all don't know where my playback is, go into my community post. Y'all can look up my playback in that realm. All right, y'all don't want to miss out. So these are some of the numbers, like I said, the LA Clippers and the Denver Nuggets head-to-head this season. Now, a couple of things you want to mention. There has been some guys been missing at certain points of these matchups. We got, of course, Kawhi Leonard, who has not played any of these games this season against the Denver Nuggets. The last game he was supposed to play was the same time they had the LA Fires out here. So the Nuggets haven't seen Kawhi Leonard on this specific team all season long. That's one thing to note. Another thing to note, the Nuggets have also had some people in and out. I think Aaron Gordon was on minutes restrictions one of those games, if I'm not mistaken. I think Jamal Murray didn't play one of those matchups as well. So there's a lot of stuff that we have to take into account when we talk about these matchups. And y'all know how I feel about these numbers. While they are prevalent, while they are important, while they all do tell a story, the playoffs is totally different from the regular season. What do I mean by that? The playoffs, the regular season is about your record and about seeding and all that stuff. All about, your defensive rating, your offensive rating, team rate, all that stuff plays a big part in the regular season, the 82-game season, right? But you guys got to remember, the regular season, you got guys in out the lineup. You got guys, having minutes restrictions. You may have a road trip that was, strenuous, yada, yada, yada. So there's a lot of different factors that go into these numbers. Guys miss games throughout the regular season that affect this defensive and offensive rating. So I don't really take it but a grain of salt when I look at, okay, the Nuggets are atop this, the Clippers are atop that. I do take into account, but I look a little bit deeper. Here's one thing you got to remember. In the playoffs, as y'all know, it's completely different. Guys get a chance to scout their main team that they're facing. Guys get a chance to adjust. Coaches get a chance to make adjustments on, the team's weaknesses and their, strengths pertaining to how the series is going. So I know a lot of this whole, well, this rating is this, that rating is that. Make sure you guys take into account that all the stuff I said go into that rating. So what are we supposed to look at when we talk about the series and the playoffs? This is what I'm gonna put out right here. The 4 meetings this season, you got the Clippers and Nuggets, 109-104. The Clippers won that first game in October. Y'all remember that second game this season where James Harden and Norman Powell went off. The second game on the 1st of December is very similar. James Harden and Norman Powell went off that game as well. And then you look at the 2 next games against the Clippers and Nuggets. The Nuggets blow them out by 22 points in one game, and the other game they blow them out by 23 points. As y'all come in, make sure y'all smash that like button. So that's what we see this regular season in them head-to-head matchups. And like I've just mentioned, Kawhi did not play any of these matchups. Aaron Gordon was on minutes restriction, I think, that second game. Right? Jamal Murray, I think, missed the game. So it's some stuff to really factor in. The LA Fires happened that last game. So let's look at what we gotta put a big crux into it. I listened to a lot of the different interviews in the practice, and I'm gonna let y'all hear, because I think a lot of people are just going based off of one side, not taking the other side into account. This is a playoff series, y'all. This ain't no I'm going to just sit here and just focus on one. You got to focus on the other squad and see what they do well and take that from them. And y'all got to know their culture, their personnel. That's what we're going to scout today. So y'all sit back and enjoy. Let's start off with the Clippers, and let's go into some more numbers right now. We went through the little team statistics and all those, stats. Let's go into some more deeper numbers right here. So, as y'all can see the screen, hope y'all can see the screen. 43 people in here. We got over 43 likes. These are the individual numbers that we're looking at right now. James Harden leading the team in scoring with 22 points per game. Ivica Zubac at 12 rebounds per game. Ivica Zubac 62% from the field. James Harden 8.7 assists per game. Okay, those are who's leading those major categories. All right, so let's get a little bit deeper into this. Let's get on the defensive side a little bit. Chris Dunn leads them in steals, 128 steals, which I believe is top 5 in the league. 128 steals this year for Chris Dunn. Ivica Zubac with 90 blocks. All right. Ivica Zubac with 59 double-doubles. The offensive rating advanced metric with Ivica Zubac 129.1. I want y'all to remember these numbers. All right. Remember these numbers that I'm highlighting to y'all. James Harden leads them in scoring and assists. Ivica Zubac leads them in rebounding and field goal percentage. Chris Dunn leads them in steals. Ivica Zubac leads them in blocks. I want y'all to remember what I'm telling y'all. All right. Ivica Zubac has the highest offensive rating when he's on the court. Minutes per game, James Harden plays 35 minutes per game. Okay, advanced metrics, defensive rating, Chris Dunn, 108.6. So basically, this offensive rating, this defensive rating throughout the regular season, when these two guys on their respective sides of the court, that's where the Clippers are at their best. That's Ivica Zubac offensively and Chris Dunn defensively. That's going to play a point into when I'm gonna break down this matchup, because again, the playoffs are about matchups. So I'm gonna break that down as I involve these numbers. Now, that's what we talk about the individual. Let's go into a little bit the team, where they rank as far as the season. If you look at the offensive side of the ball, the scoring aspect, the Clippers average 112 points per game, which is 20th in the NBA. As y'all come here, smash that like button. 46 people, which have over 46 likes. If you look at the offensive side of the ball, the Clippers are scoring 112 points per game, which is 20th in the league. They're 17th in the league in rebounding with 43.8 rebounds per game. All right. So if we just stop right there, they're the bottom half of the league in both offensive scoring and rebounding. Okay. Shooting percentage, they're tied 6th. 48% from the field. That's the all-encompassing to Ivica Zubac, guys like Norman Powell. You got guys like off the bench. Who am I thinking of? Who were shooting a real good percentage? Amir Coffey was shooting a good percentage. We're going to talk about him. Bogdan Bogdanovic, Nicholas Batum. All those guys are shooting good percentages from the field, somewhere between 45 and 50%. All right, so that's big. Assists per game, they're 22nd in the NBA, and there's a reason for that. I'm going to go into that in a minute. They're 22nd in the league in assists, 25 assists per game. So those are the main offensive categories. 3 out of 4 of those categories, I would say, are very, very good for the Clippers. Right? And I'm just going through this stuff just willy-nilly. So that's more of the statistics on the Clipper side. I want y'all to take note to what I just said. All this stuff right here, main categories, who's in charge of what. So we're going to go and switch over to now the Nuggets side. We're going to switch over to what the Nuggets are bringing to the table. Like I said, we got to take both sides of this equation, this coin. All right. So Denver Nuggets, 50-32, like the Clippers, are the 4th seed in the Western Conference. You got right here, you got Nikola Jokic averaging 29 points per game. He's averaging 12.7 rebounds. Christian Brown shooting 58% from the field, leading them in field goal percentage. Jokic is scoring 10 points per game or 10 assists per game. So he's averaging a triple-double, Nikola Jokic. Now, me myself, I believe SGA is the MVP this season. But I understand when people say Jokic should have the this, that, and the other. But my thing is, I don't go off specific stats. Who wins the MVP? I think we need to ingratiate everything. We need to ingratiate your record. We need to ingratiate your head-to-head matchups. We need to ingratiate your stats. We need to ingratiate a lot of different things, but people just chalk it up to numbers. I'm not one of those type of people. Your impact on both ends of the court matters to me. That's why I believe SGA is the MVP, and I believe he will win the MVP. But Jokic is averaging a triple-double, right? So let's get into something right here. He's leading 3 of those 4 categories. Defensively, this is interesting right here. Jokic is leading them in steals. Now, you guys got to remember what I'm talking about when it talks about defensively. You know, 127 steals for a guy who don't play defense to me is somebody gonna have to explain that. I said he's not a terrible defender, but he's not a great defender. He's a solid help side defender, but he's not a guy you're going to guard on the perimeter. Very similar to James Harden. James Harden's a very good help defender, very good interior defender, but you don't want him on the perimeter trying to, play defense on an island. That's the same thing with Jokic. Then you got Peyton Watson, who's their defensive ace. I don't think a lot of people talk about him. He leads them in blocks. He's coming off the bench. Very similar to Jaden McDaniels. Very similar to Jaden McDaniels. Very athletic, 6'7", 6'8", right? So that is their defensive guy. You got Nikola Jokic, lead them in double doubles. Offensive rating when Nikola Jokic is on the court, 133 minutes per game, 36 minutes for Nikola Jokic. Defensive rating when he's on the court, 111 for the defensive rating. So that takes care of that. Now let's go into this team statistics. I want you to take into account what I say with the Clippers. We're going through this very swiftly. I'm making sure I get this through, and I'm going to go to the next thing. Y'all make sure y'all just hang tight. Now, the scoring, rebounding, shooting, assist, those are the 4 categories right there. Scoring the ball, the Nuggets are scoring 120 points per game, 3rd overall this regular season. Rebounding, they're 45.7 rebounds per game, which is 4th in the league. So they're top 5 in scoring, they're top 5 in rebounding. And I'm going to explain the reason why. The shooting, field goal percentage, they're 50% from the field as a team, which is 1st in the NBA. And they're 1st in the league in assists, 31 assists per game. So they're top 5 in every single offensive category. That's why they're a top 5 offense. All right, that's what we need to notate on that. Defensively, we're going to go on to the defensive side in a minute, but I want to stop right there as y'all come to smash that like button. Because now that we've heard the comparisons between the 2 teams statistically wise, is why I say this series is going to go 6 or 7 games. But I don't think people are really taking into account when you ask them why they're going to go 6 or 7 games or go 5 games, it'll be a sweep. I don't think people are really taking into account the other side of the basketball or to the other team. But for the people to say Clips in 4, Clips in 5, you have to explain to me. Y'all have to explain to me that thought process. Because I think I know why people are saying that, but you're going to have to explain it to me. So you got 57 people, which have over 57 likes. Now let's get into some other stuff. I want to talk about some of the interviews that were being said. I'm going to go into the Clippers side. I'm going to go to the LA Clippers side first, the home team. Well, the team that, y'all support, the Clippers side. We're going to go into Hoop Jab. We're going to see some interviews that I want to talk about. And then we're going to get into some stuff with my soliloquy, what I think about the series, and who I think is going to be a big integral piece. So what I'm going to do is we're going to play one guy we're going to talk about in this whole mix. We're going to start off with, let me see, who should I start off with? I got it. Let's do this. Let's start off with one of the top-notch players on the team. I'm going to go ahead and bring up the video. Y'all hold tight. All right. Let's go with Norman Powell.
Hey man, we get some room, man. There we go. Yeah, there we go. You know what I'm saying? Circumference.
When were you guys going for the last hour on court today practice? What was that like, and what was kind of the focal point of what you guys were doing?
It was good. Just getting up and down, execute some things that we want to work on, and change some of the offensive schemes. But just getting the cardio, getting our bodies moving. We got a few days off, so just trying to get our bodies back going, our cardio right. But it was good competition, good talk, good level of focus.
How much did you guys need the rest of this week kind of afforded you guys to get ready for this weekend rather than have you play extra games to get there?
I mean, it's big time. Anytime you can rest your body, get some time to get to as close to 100% as possible going into the postseason is big. Just not having to worry about the playing is huge. So we definitely appreciated the extra time off, and it gives us even more time to prepare. Not have to prepare for another opponent and then prepare for somebody after possibly. Just have that time to prepare for one opponent and execute and get the things that we want to focus on, ready for the first round. So it's big time.
All right. So what I want to do is, because this is an 8-minute video, I'm not going to play everything. What I'm going to do is just talk about each player and for the Clippers and what they have to do and what they're looking at in this series. So I'm going to start off with Norman Powell. As y'all come here, smash that like button. So, again, matchup-wise, when you compare both teams, both sides, you got Norman Powell, who the first two games they played the Nuggets. I'm going to go ahead and put this up. I'm going to let y'all see what I'm talking about. Let me see. So hold on. No, that's not the one I want to show y'all. Okay. Clippers Nuggets head to head. All right, so right here, this is what we're gonna do this. So you got four teams, right? You got four matchups right here. So the first two games, the Clippers won by 5 and 4 points. Were won by 3 and 4 points. Or 5 and 4. I can't even count. 5 points they won in one game and 4, and they won the other. So what happened that first game? That second game of the season against the Nuggets in Denver. Well, what happened is that there's a couple things that had to go the Clippers' way. First off, Norman Powell exploited with 30 points, 14 for 21 from the field, 7 for 11 from the three-point line. All right, y'all see the top row right here. Norman Powell had 37 points in that game. James Harden had 23 and 16. Biscuit Zubac had 24 and 15. All right. So the scoring output amongst the two best scorers, which was Harden and Norman Powell at the time. So at the end of the day, hey, Jonathan, I'm glad you come. You have to come here. I'm about to let you come in so I can have your opinion on, well, not even opinion. I just want to hear what your thoughts is. But Norman Powell scoring 37 points, and the type of offense the Clippers are going to run is throughout the entire season, even with Kawhi being here, is isocentric pick and roll offense, motion offense. right? They're scoring more from the outside and the perimeter more than inside to Zubac. There's going to be a lot of point production that's going to be dependent on Norman Powell. So there's this notion that Norman Powell, some people want to see about him coming off the bench going into this series, because the Clippers have to decide, are they going to roll with defense over offense starting the game, or are they going to roll with offense for defense? But as y'all can see on the top row, not just the first game against the Nuggets, but the second game, if I'm not mistaken, Norman Powell had a big scoring output, meaning a lot of their production of them being Denver is going to be dependent on Norman Powell. So that means he's going to be a person, in my personal opinion, is going to be the X factor. Now, people after All-Star break said Norman Powell needs to get this going. Should he come off the bench? You can't afford to take him off the bench because you're going to need his scoring output. I just read up all the numbers that Denver puts up. You're not going to be able to stop Denver from scoring the basketball. I don't care how elite your defense is. Opponent offense like that, you're not going to stop them with just single-handed, single coverage. So that means you're going to have to match them scoring the basketball as much as possible. Not just match them scoring. You're going to have to score in the specific right times in the fourth quarter in the clutch moments. One thing about Norman Powell, he not only scores the ball, but he scores in the clutch moments. How many games this season have we seen Norman Powell in the fourth quarter come up big? How many games this season have we seen Norman Powell keep the momentum in our favor? How many times this season have we seen Norman Powell extend the lead? So this notion that he has to come off the bench, I'm not really with that. But against Denver, he tends to play very well. So his presence is going to be very, very important against Denver. As y'all come here, smash that like button. We got to look at some of the other people on the squad. We look at a guy like Ivica Zubac. Now, Ivica Zubac is going to be having the series of his life. Based off of his times against Jokic, you're going up against a guy who is arguably the best player in the NBA, a 3-time MVP, a person that's going to present some matchup problem because he plays more on the perimeter. Ivica Zubac has made his niche about him being a defensive player of the year candidate, all defensive team at least. This is the series for him to prove that he is on that level. If he say that he's a top 5 center, this is the series to do it. If you say that he's a player this is the series to do it. This is the first time we're going to see Ivica Zubac probably on the scouting report for an opposing team in the playoff series, because for the most part, he hasn't had the time and the opportunity and the touches to do it. But even with that, with the offense that the Clippers run, we keep hearing why Zubac ain't getting enough touches, because the offense that the Clippers run primarily, which is isocentric, which is more so a lot of outside jump shots, and with a Zubac who's not, you need to feed him the basketball rather than he can actually create and dribble the basketball up the court like a Jokic, like a Joel Embiid, like a Domantas Sabonis, like a Karl-Anthony Towns. That's not his skill set. He's dependent on guys to feed him the basketball. Y'all understand what I'm saying? So when you guys keep asking, why is he ain't getting the ball enough? That's your answer right there, because he's a traditional center. What does that mean? That means he's going to have to make his presence known in other ways of the ball. He's going to have to rebound the ball. He's going to have to protect the rim. He's going to have to even guard a little bit on that perimeter, because we're going to talk about Denver's team and their offense. All 5 guys can play on the perimeter. Jokic, Gordon, MPJ, Chris Bryant, and Jamal Murray can all play on the perimeter. So Zubac's going to have to guard a little bit on the perimeter. That's why Jokic, for all intents and purposes, that very first game they played him, he had 41 points. He had like 7 threes. So now he's going to have to guard outside. So That's one token. Zubac, there's going to be two keys to him. Number one, you're going to have to man up against Nikola Jokic. And number two, is your physicality offensively going to be able to put Jokic in foul trouble? Because the way to really get at Denver and to really slow them down, you have to create rim pressure against that team. The reason why Minnesota continuously gives them problems, you want to know why? Because guys like Anthony Edwards, guys like Julius Randle, guys like Jaden they create rim pressure on Jokic who have to be forced to play defense. When you look at the Clippers roster, the only two people I really say create a lot of rim pressure, I'm talking about putting guys in foul trouble and taking it to the defensive side of the ball. Norman Powell's one of them. He creates rim pressure. James Harden could be one of them if he gets the whistle in his favor. Right? Derrick Jones Jr. is an athletic threat. He can create rim pressure himself. So you got to be able to utilize these pieces for them to have the momentum in the Clippers' favor. Because like I said, you're not going to stop their offense. Denver's going to run their offense, and it's going to be potent. I watched them against the Houston Rockets the other day. Didn't do a damn thing against that. I ain't really seen – the only team that really rattled Denver's offense I've seen, I'm talking about really seeing, was Minnesota last year in the playoffs. I ain't seen Denver outside of that really have their offense rattled. So all this, they're gonna run their sets how they run them. All right, so let me stop real quick right there and go to this. Advantages for the Clippers that the Clippers have over the Nuggets, because we're gonna go on both sides. The advantages the Clippers have is they have multiple guys. Well, really two. Who, yes, while I don't like the ISO ball throughout the entirety of a game, I do like it in spots of the game in the clutch moments. Because down the stretch when you need a basket, it's going to call for you to go one-on-one and clear out. So the Clippers have a couple guys, their main guys, who are ISO, very good in the ISO offense. Of course, James Harden in the ISO-centric, especially if he can draw fouls. That would be used very, very prevalent. And then Kawhi Leonard, we already know what he can do. And I'm going to go back to Kawhi in a minute. But the advantages the Clippers have mainly is that ability to score in the ISO-centric offense. That's the main advantage. Defensively, their top 5 ranked defense based off of the versatility of defenders they have on the court. You got Chris Dunn. You got Derrick Jones Jr. You got Ivica Zubac inside protecting the basket. You even got James Harden inside an interior defense. And then, of course, you got the best defender on the court in Kawhi Leonard. Those are the two main advantages the Clippers have, is their defense and those two guys in their offensive half-court scoring is Kawhi and James Harden. Those are the two main advantages that they have. Now, let me go to Ty Lue for a second, because I'm going to talk about this as well. As y'all come here, smash that like button. Attack Jokic. Attack Jokic, put him in multiple pick and roll actions. Well, that's the thing. We're going to talk about that. Because, yes, Harden and Zubac have a pick and roll chemistry, but again, it's not going to matter based more on who you put on the ball. It's going to determine, because on the other side, Murray and Jokic have even a more lethal pick and roll. So they can put you in the same pick and roll actions. They both can do pick and roll actions. He said, if we have no depth at the center position, anything happens to Zuber, fuck. Well, now that's where that small ball, I'm going to talk to y'all about Ty Lue right now. And see, this is where coaching comes in. Like I told you, this is going to be a series of coaching. And I looked up that David Adelman guy. I'm going to talk to y'all about him a little bit as well. Jonathan says if Dunn's guarding Murray, Dunn has really great screen navigation. Jonathan, go check the 4 games he guarded Murray and tell me if he barred Jamal Murray. I keep telling you, it don't matter who you put on Jamal Murray on that offense. You're not going to rifle them off on the defensive side of the ball. You don't put Chris Dunn on Jamal Murray. You put length on Jamal Murray. You put a Ben Simmons on Jamal Murray. You put Derrick Jones Jr. on Jamal. You don't put Chris Dunn on Jamal Murray. And this is where this Ty Lue comes in. Now, Ty Lue seems to have an infatuation to love with 3-guard lineups. Now, that's been a complaint amongst a lot of Clipper fans. Why is he playing these short 2-guard lineups? Why is he doing this, that, and the other? And partially myself, I would get on him about that. But then I kind of understand where his thinking is. He's like, okay, if I take my defense off and have my off, and I'll have my offense, but I won't have my defense. If I take my offense off, I won't have my offense, but not my defense. So if I start James Harden, Norman Powell, and Chris Dunn, yes, I'm smaller in the at that 3 position, but I don't have to. I can have another guy with James and Norman Powell to play defense. Well, if I take Norman Powell out the starting lineup and have James, Chris Dunn, and say, I don't know, Derrick Jones Jr., Nicholas Batum, well, then I don't have my firecracker on the court with James Harden to score. So whatever side you do, you're going to be giving up something. That's why I say all the time two-way players matter, because if you're a two-way player, you don't have to compensate one side and focus on the other. If I have a two-way player at that two-guard position, I can keep on the court on an offensive and a defensive lineup. That's what Ty Lue is constantly going with. We know he's an offensive-minded coach. So he's going to go with offense. He's going to play Norm in that starting lineup. Okay, cool. That means Harden, Norm, and Chris Dunn, y'all going to play defense. Every last one of you. Because what Denver's rolling out with is a lineup with average between 6'4" to 7 feet. Jamal Murray 6'4", Chris Brown 6'5", Michael Porter Jr. 6'10", Aaron Gordon 6'8", and Nikola Jokic is 7 feet. So you're gonna have to put who you put on who. If it was me, what I would do, if I'm on with that lineup, I'm putting Zubac on Aaron Gordon. No. I'm putting Zubac on Jokic, Kawhi on Aaron Gordon. I'm putting Norman Powell and Chris Brown. I'm putting Harden on MPJ. And I'm putting Chris Dunn on Jamal Murray. But like I said, that's really by default. But you're gonna have to see what works, because you're going with a 3-guard lineup. You're giving up 6 inches at that 3 position to Michael Porter Jr. And with a guy like Chris Dunn is not a great scorer, and he's not going to put pressure on the other side, really you can take rest. The other side can take rest. Now, if you put Derrick Jones Jr. or Nico Batum and take Chris Dunn out the starting lineup, then you can work a little bit more better. But he ain't going to do that. But this series is going to be as much about the coaching aspect as much as the players. The players the Clippers have, they can get it done. But will the system put those players in position to get it done? is the question. Because let's go over to the Denver side real quick. As I'll come there and smash the like button. So, remember I told you I want to see both sides? So let's talk about both sides as y'all come here and smash the like button. Let's look at the Denver stuff. Let's look at their roster real quick. What they got. Where's the roster at? Hold on, y'all. My bad. Let me put the roster up real quick. Okay, now this is what we'll do. We'll do this. I'll go ahead and go here. And then we'll go ahead and bring up the roster. Okay, here we go. So we all know what the Clippers are working with. Let's go to the Nuggets side. So you got Christian Braun, Jamal Murray, Jalen Pickett, Julian Strouder, Russell Westbrook. They're all at the guard position. Okay, so the guys are going to get minutes in that rotation is going to be primarily Braun, Murray, and Westbrook. Those are going to be the three guys getting the most. And you're going to probably throw in, it's going to be the Strouder or Pickett. Julian Strouder, he's a shooter. He's 6'6". Jalen Pickett's a point guard. He's 6'2". Right? So those are the guys off on the right. And then you look at the forward position. It's going to be Aaron Gordon, Michael Porter Jr. are going to be the two guys at that 3-4 position. And Peyton Watson. All right, so three guys at that 4 position, and off the bench is going to be Jokic and DeAndre Jordan, both 6'11". Now, damn, he's 280. I know he was 284, but the thing the Clippers are going to have to take into account when facing a team like Denver, they're a big team. All right, so I guess the mindset from Ty Lue is like we're going to look to outscore them, or I mean we're going to look to try to keep up with them on the scoring output. But and the reason I say that because the defensive side of the ball, I mean, take for instance any team that has a high offensive rating, and I say this all the time: great offense beat great defense. Jamal Murray and them know better not to go one-on-one with Kawhi Leonard. So you know what he's going to do? Same thing that they always work on. They've been doing for the last 4 or 5 seasons, working on high ball screens, give the ball to Jokic in the mid-post, let him find cutters and things of that nature. That's what type of offense they're going to run. And you can't outrun the ball. You can't outrun the ball. So that defeats the purpose when people say they're going to shut this person out, they're going to shut them, because it's not going to be a one-on-one atmosphere. I watched some of the Denver Nuggets' press conferences as well. I heard from Russell Westbrook. I heard from Christian Braun. I heard from Michael Porter Jr. I heard from Jamal Murray. From what they were saying. Now, let me start off with Christian Braun. So Christian Braun's averaging 15 points per game, 5 rebounds, 2.6 assists, a most improved player of the year candidate as well. He's their starting 2 guard. He's 6'5". So Christian Braun, defensive pesky guy, can shoot the 3-point shot. He leads the league in fast break points. I don't think people know that he leads the league in fast break points. He gets up and down the floor, athletic, very similar to Alex Caruso as far as being pesky on defense. Took the point of KCP's spot. He ain't no scrub. So from what I understand about him and watching him play and who he's going to probably be guarding Norman Powell. So again, Norm is going to be very, very integral in this series. He's going to have to be able to get his baskets and be efficient throughout the series, much like he was doing the regular season. But Christian Braun, that's their guy on the shooting guard position. He's been in the playoffs 2 years. He helped them in that championship finals run against the Miami Heat, got some minutes, and he played last year. He has experience as well in the postseason. So that's one of their guys, one of their starting players. And then you got, of course, Russell Westbrook, former Clipper, averaging 13 points per game, 4.9 rebounds, 6.1 assists. Now, let me bring something up about Russell Westbrook, because he talked about playing up against the Clippers. I know this is going to be the biggest hot take. Well, what's Russ going to do? This is as much as a personal thing amongst both teams as much as it's about just playing basketball. There's storylines to this. Y'all remember back in the bubble what happened? The Clippers had the team that had more talent. The odd makers were betting on the Clippers to win that series, and the Clippers had the better team, had the more talent by far. That's how they were up 3-1, and then all of a sudden, because the playoffs are about adjustments and making moves, the Clippers allowed the Nuggets to come back because of adjustments not being made. And certain players, Paul George coming up short in Game 7, Kawhi Leonard coming up short in Game 7, them unable to guard Nikola Jokic. I'm talking about Montrezl Harrell. But the coaching aspect played a big integral piece on how the Nuggets got back in that series. Anytime you up 3-1, it's not because your team ain't more talented and you allow them to come back. That's a coaching thing. Something broke down in your game for you to allow a team to come back the way they came back. So that's something with the Clippers. I know Kawhi Leonard is going to use as motivation, that he wants his lick back. You got Ivica Zubac, who's going to try to make a name for himself. You got Norman Powell, who's trying to, prove that he's ready for the big moment as the guy, as a starter. The addition by subtraction comments he made earlier this season, all that stuff is going to be on the line. And then you got Russell Westbrook. Here he comes, feeling like he got slighted last year by James Harden. Based off what he's been saying in the press conference, he's amped up for the challenge. So that's another storyline. He's been good with them for the entirety of the season. He's fitting them with them pretty well. He's been a starter for them, I think, 30-plus games. Played off the bench. He's been good for that second unit. So the storyline or the narrative or the media pundits will say he ain't going to have no integral piece of this series. He will be used this series for sure. Let me put this back up. My bad, y'all. Took it off by mistake. So, Christian Braun, Russell Westbrook. Let me look to a few. I'm not going to go through everybody. Peyton Watson. This will be Peyton Watson's real first playoff go-around. He's averaging 8 points per game, 3.4 rebounds a game, 1.4 assists per game. Like I said, this guy is very similar to Jaden McDaniels. Of course, he's younger. I think it's his third season, third season. Very similar to Jaden McDaniels. Long, lengthy, athletic, gets up and down the court. And a very good defender. So that would be probably somebody they use to put on Kawhi after Aaron Gordon gets his breather, gets his time, either on Kawhi or James Harden, one of the two. So look out for Peyton Watson. And I'll give y'all a few more guys on the Denver Nuggets roster. Aaron Gordon. Now, Aaron Gordon, for people who do not know, averaging 14 points a game, 4.8 rebounds, 3.2 assists. Now, let me tell y'all some of the deficiencies Denver has real quick. Is their defense. Their defense has been bottom of the league the entirety of the season. They've been bottom 10. Their defense fell off to the point so much that Nikola Jokic, I think recently, right before Mike Malone got fired, said that he was disappointed how the Nuggets were playing defense. Well, remember I told you about that defensive rating being where it's at. Aaron Gordon is their best defender. I think he has played 46 games this year. So when you miss your best defensive player, your defense is going to drop. I only think even with him on the floor, they're not even a very top-rated defense. But when he comes on the floor, he does give some resistance. This is going to be the guy guarding Kawhi. Same build, very similar size. Aaron Gordon, athletic, used to be a star on his team in Orlando. But Kawhi being who he is, I expect him to still get 25, 30 points a game, around 45 to 46% from the field, maybe a little bit even higher, being a little bit nice. But all-time great players, all you can do is make them take a lot of shots and hope that they miss, but you're not gonna stop them. So Aaron Gordon's assignment is going to be to guard Kawhi, be on that glass. Like I said, Denver, I think they're top 5 in rebounding. Aaron Gordon's a big reason, even though his stats this year ain't propelling it. He helps out Nikola Jokic on the rebounding tip. He's a physical player. And then I'm gonna go into a couple of guys that I want to bring up real quick. Let's bring up the main guys. Jamal Murray, 21 points per game, 3.9 rebounds, 6.0 assists. Okay. There ain't no mystery there's no mystery who we don't have to remind ourselves who Jamal Murray, what he is. We got to remind that in the bubble. Listen, last year in the playoffs, Jamal Murray playing through injury against Minnesota, but also I seen the pressure that Minnesota put on him in that backcourt bothered him, much so to the point where they couldn't get any type of offense going. When Jamal Murray is not playing on the Denver Nuggets or he's not healthy, the Nuggets struggle. Nikola Jokic, I've said this for years, only gets so far without Jamal Murray on the court. Multiple years in the playoffs, the Nuggets were either a first-round exit, a second-round exit, and then last year, second-round exit with Jamal Murray playing hurt. He comes back from injury. They make it to the finals. He's healthy in the bubble. They make it to the conference finals. So this is their guy in the playoffs. Y'all know I say about playoff Kawhi, playoff Jimmy. There's a playoff Jamal Murray as well that we have to appease for. So, like I said, that pick and roll offense that Harden and Zubac run is the same pick and roll offense Jamal Murray and Nikola Jokic runs. So I'm telling you right now, if we put James Harden on Jamal Murray or Chris Dunn on Jamal Murray in that pick and roll offense, they're going to eat that up. You have to put length on Jamal Murray. I'm going to say it again. You have to put length on him because all he's going to do is keep Chris Dunn on his backside, and Chris Dunn is going to be trying to reach for the basketball, try to get steals, be active. He's great on the ball when there's no screens being set, for sure. But a player like Jamal Murray, you don't put that on because he's going to get you in foul trouble. What you do is you get a guy with length that's going to be able to fight over the screens, that's going to be able to show himself when Jamal Murray shoots those mid-range shots, those three-point shots, and contest better. Derrick Jones Jr. and Ben Simmons. Nicholas Batum, depends how healthy he is. I would even put Kawhi Leonard there, but the problem is that if you put Kawhi Leonard on ball and Jamal Murray, who's going to guard Aaron Gordon? So what I'm saying is that, what's this? All right. Their offense is too potent for you to try to pressure them or try to make them struggle offensively. That's where it's going to come down to. And then Nikola Jokic. So this is something I want to also mention too. You know, people keep saying Nikola Jokic, keep screaming his name out. Just like anybody else, he has a weakness. He has weaknesses too. He has weaknesses. Yes, the stats are there, the numbers are there. All great offensive. I ain't taking nothing from him offensively. Great offensive talent. But on the tip, defensively, there are glaring weaknesses, and I'm talking about against teams that are aggressive attacking that basket. If you don't attack the basket on Nikola Jokic, you let him off the hook. If you're a jump shooting team, you're letting him off the hook. If you're an ISO-centric team, you're letting him off the hook. For the Clippers to expose Nikola Jokic, they have got to not only put him in pick and roll actions, but more importantly, attack the basket. That's how you cut the head of the snake off, because as far as where their offense goes through Nikola Jokic. If their offense starts up, if Nikola Jokic he starts turning the ball over, because he turns the ball over more than people like to talk about, overthrown passes, getting stripped. Nikola Jokic turns the ball over. But I'm saying the biggest things the Clippers are going to have to do against this team is attack Nikola Jokic offensively. What lineups are the Clippers going to be running with in key spots of the game? Are this 3-guard lineup? Are you trying to outscore Denver? Are you trying to outquick them? Are you trying to play deep? What are you trying to do in that 3-guard lineup? Because against Denver Nuggets, a 3-guard lineup, who can score the basketball and with their length, as far as positions 1, 2, and 3, they're not going to be exploited. You're putting a lot more on Kawhi Leonard's plate to have to overcome the deficiencies of the team. Now, let me go to Kawhi Leonard. Let me go into this, and I'm going to let y'all in real quick. So, Kawhi Leonard, for the first time since 2021 or 2023, will be starting the NBA playoffs. In my personal opinion, I think he will be finishing. Let's first be appreciative of that we get a chance to see this man be healthy in a playoff series. Now, check it out. From what I've seen in the Golden State Warriors series, from what I've seen, or Golden State Warrior game, and even previous to that, this guy is feeling very good. And when he feels good, he feels healthy, he feels like he can, his legs going to hold up, that means problems for the other team. I believe Kawhi Leonard will be the best player in this series. Nikola Jokic won't be too far behind. It'll probably be like an inch behind, because of the defensive aspect of the ball that Kawhi Leonard brings to the table is why I would give him the edge over Nikola Jokic. So what does that look like? Kawhi Leonard shooting, like I said, 25, 30 points a game, shooting at high efficiency, and also playing defense on Aaron Gordon and Jamal Murray if asked to down the stretch of games. If Jamal Murray starts to click and starts to cook, then you have to put on him. as well as his clutch scoring and clutch making. That's what I would say. He'll be the best player on the court. The bench, Bogdan Bogdanovic. Now, let me say something real quick about Bogey, because I saw something that was very disturbing against Golden State. I'm going to be very honest with y'all. You know how I told y'all that Norman Powell and James Harden are going to have to guard? So is Bogdan Bogdanovic. I've been seeing some glaring things with Bogdan Bogdanovic I'm not very, very pleased with. His defense will make people attack. They will exploit his defense. The same way people got on Amir Coffey for his defense, bro, is the same shit I'm seeing from Bogdan Bogdanovic. Against Golden State, against Jimmy Butler, I'm talking about this dude. Jimmy Butler just saw red every time he looked at Bogdan Bogdanovic. Now, I know he's an all-star, but what I'm telling you is that there's certain types of players Bogey's going to have trouble with. Physical, athletic, and guys get up and down the court are those type of players he's going to have trouble with. So what does that mean? You better be hitting shots throughout the game, or else what good are you? They pulled out, the bench didn't even matter against Golden State, right? It took James Harden and Kawhi Leonard taking them home. But the bench was obsolete. Bogdan Bogdanovic, Ben Simmons, Amir Coffey, Derrick Jones Jr., they were all obsolete in that game. Why is that? Because they had nobody for Jimmy Butler. But like I said before, I didn't see the difference between really Bogdan Bogdanovic. All this praise he was getting about how he was scoring, he was doing this. You ain't really been hearing nothing about Bogdan Bogdanovic in weeks. He's been very, very, very average. If he's not hitting shots, he's pretty much a negative on the court. And against a top 5 offense, you will be asked to play defense. So let me go into my final stance. This series is going to go 6 or 7 games. Now, people may ask me, well, what, BJ, you don't have a sweep? All right. Okay, first off, it's a 4-5 matchup. I can't recall too many times in a 4-5 matchup where there's either a sweep or a gentleman's sweep. There's not too many of those. But also because Ty Lue tends to make things harder than they have to be. So I'm already prepared for this series to go the distance. I'm already getting my mind prepared. I'm not going to even psych myself out 4 or 5 games. I'm going to say 6 or 7 games. And it's going to depend on the coaching with the adjustments, which I think now, since the Clippers have a Jeff Van Gundy and a Brian Shaw on the sideline, this actually works in Ty Lue's favor. Because now, if they see something on the court that they be like, okay, we need to change this, we need to change that, he can go straight to the sideline and talk to those two. You got the defensive guy, Jeff Van Gundy, and Brian Shaw, as we've seen, knows how to run a potent offense. That time that y'all said Viska Zubac was defense, remember that stretch when Brian Shaw was coaching? That's when Zubac was going he was going pretty much out nuclear. James Harden was shooting his best, had his best percentages under Brian Shaw. And then Kawhi Leonard was basically doing what he was doing. He's still doing what he's doing because he's Kawhi. But I'm saying as a team, that offense was more free flowing than Brian Shaw. The ball was moving and everybody was having fun. So that's what he has to lean back on. Now, this other coach, David Alleman, like I said before, I didn't know much about him other than he's Rick Alleman's son, who's a former NBA coach with the Sacramento Kings, took him to the conference finals. But one thing I remembered and I got clear, because people say Mike Malone not being there is going to really hurt Denver. And I said, okay, well, this David Almondai, who is this guy? He's been with their coaching staff ever since before they won their championship. He's been their head assistant coach. He talked about how a lot of the stuff that they run, sets, all that stuff he was doing in their practices anyway, which is definitely understandable because when you're an assistant coach, you tend to really be the voice extension of the head coach. They're just more in the back scenes. All the sets and the defensive plays, offensive plays, a lot of the times the assistant coach do have an input in that. Take, for example, our coach, Jeff Van Gundy, defensively. The defense where it's at primarily is because of Jeff Van Gundy. So all you did was insert a guy who has been around the system for a long period of time in Denver. So he's not walking into a situation that he's unfamiliar with. Now, what I will say is this is his first time in a pressurized playoff series. So we have to see how he responds to that. But as far as him coming into the series, not knowing what's going on or taking on a new group, that's not what that is. So it's going to go to a situation who's going to outcoach who. Who's going to call the timeouts when they need to be called? Who's going to have the rotations when they need to be had? Who's going to be able to adjust game by game? Not even game by game, quarter by quarter. It's a lot. It's a lot to ask for. What I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and drop this link. I'm going to let y'all come in here and give y'all the floor. I've talked way enough. See. Salute to my boy Clip Gang. Said BJ Bogey's the backup point guard that runs the offense. His playmaking is valuable, even if he don't have. Okay, I'm tired of hearing this shit about Bogey being a point guard, bro. What offense is he running? Just because you can run a pick and roll, don't mean you can run an offense. It's a big difference. He ain't no point guard. Let me go to Rob, man. I'm gonna go to around the table. Rob, then my man Clip. Yeah, we're gonna go to Skills. What's good, Rob?
What's up, BJ? Hey, you are absolutely right about Bogey being the backup. I think he got good chemistry with Zubac, but he's not the backup point. Come on, man. Honestly, I think and people might call me wrong, but I think Ben's the backup point on that second unit.
Absolutely.
You know?
Absolutely.
And that's another thing is people are, I heard Ty Lue in an interview, or I guess he said something about Ben Simmons about getting him to score more, making him look at the basket to actually score. But I think, honestly, man, he played better with Nico out there, man. He looked bad the other night, but I'm not really expecting too much out of him to score. Like I said, I'm expecting him to make, and I'm expecting to play defense, and get everybody in position. I'm not looking at him to score. But if he does score, that's cool. You know what I'm saying? If we get a little 5-6 points out of him, that's cool. But I'm not expecting too much out of him. But anyways, this is going to be a long series, BJ. I think this is going to be a good one too. Like you said, I don't trust Ty Lue because I heard some people saying 5 games, but man, I don't trust Ty Lue enough to be going 5 games. I think it's going to be a 6 or 7 game series, man. Honestly, I got the Clippers in 6, but knowing Ty Lue, we might go 7. But honestly, it's going to be a good series, man. Really, you had some all good points about Denver, and honestly, man, I think their biggest flaw is their defense, and if we can just get our defense right, then we'll be cool. Like you said, you can't really stop Jamal Murray, man. Chris Dunn's not going to stop him. He's going to do his best to just at least like keep him, at bay. Just don't let him go off. That's all we can ask for. Don't let him go crazy. But he ain't gonna. You can't really stop Jamal Murray, just like Steph Curry and them, man. You can't really stop these guys, man. You can only hope that they have a bad night. Other than that, man, we have everything we need to win this series, man. Honestly, we have everything we need. We just the coach got to put the right pieces together. The team is looking like they believe in each other. James Harden, it's his time. It's time. It's now. The time is now, man. He want to prove everybody that he's a different man. This is it. Kawhi Leonard, we know what we're getting out of him. Zubac, another dude. It's time. You want to be the man? You want to be a top center in the league? This is it. You going against him. Zoo, the top center in the league. You want to be that man? You want to be the top center? You got to beat the best. To be the best, you got to beat the best. So, I'm looking for some good series out of these guys, man. Zubac and Harden, I want to see these guys show up. Other than that, man, I see some. I don't really know so many guys on Denver, man. I know Russ. We cannot. Do not. I promise you, do not think about Russ, because if Russ gonna play hard, bro, and he loves playing, and he's already explained in the interview about his feelings about us. So he gonna come hard. So whoever he guarding, I just hope they fucking take care of the ball, man, because he's gonna be aggressive out there. And honestly, we could probably use that against Westbrook. When he plays too aggressive, he plays out of control. So maybe we can use that against him. But yeah, Jokic is gonna do his thing. We gotta just try to hold him. And honestly, man, we got a good chance, man. This is it. Like I said, Harden and Zoo, this is their series, man. Norm got to show up, because I feel like he's going to be open. He's going to be open. He's got to hit his shots and be ready. But he sound ready, man. Like I said, everybody sound ready on the team, and let's go Clippers.
Salute, Rob. Appreciate you, bro. As y'all come here, make sure y'all vote into the polls as well. Let me go to JM, and then I'm going to Mingle. I think Skills dropped, so I'm going to let him back in when he clicks the link. What's good, JM?
I want to pull up, salute everybody else on the chat and everything. Y'all pull up, everything will be straightened out real soon. That's what I'm saying about that. Now, it sounds like the other dude, like I be hearing like people, I swear, let me slow down. It sounds like he was trying to say everything he thought I was going to say, but I'm going to leave that alone. As far as our team, right, we doing everything. I figured I'm not no guru, but I honestly did say this last year at the end of last season, how we going to revamp the whole team and let Kawhi rest until this time of year. And then I still remember people saying trade Kawhi, especially the last caller, blow up the whole team. Kawhi not doing this and that. That's when we was on that 6-game slide. I got a good memory. And now all of a sudden, now everybody back, right? Just bad like Stephen A. Me, BJ, and probably a couple of other people was the only one saying, yo, stand pat. It's a journey. We hover around 6 seed. We've been doing. We won one more game last year than we did this year, and we had Paul George. A lot of people don't even know that. We was 51 last season. We 50, and that's without Kawhi. So you know what I'm saying? So it balances out. Paul George is still important. I'm glad we made it. I don't fear nobody. There is truly, literally, mathematically nobody in the NBA who has enough players to compensate for ours. Like it's basic math. We have 10 people who could play. We have a second unit. That's a whole different team. So there is no doubt about nobody beating none of us. The X factor is Kawhi. Without Kawhi, this shit is a wrap like it's been the past 3 years. Kawhi healthy, it's a ring. Go Clippers.
I got my man JM. Let me go to Mingle. I'm gonna go to my man Kirk. What's good, Mingle?
What's good?
What you got?
Well, this series right here gonna be crazy. I gotta say that. Hold on a minute.
Oh, real quick, P.S. I forgot. Yo, Clippers in 5. I forgot about that part. Clippers in 5 versus Denver. 5 games. Clippers gonna win. Go Clippers.
Okay then. Thanks for that sentiment, JM. But what I'm about to say is that this series right here gonna be very interesting for me. See, I got the Clippers winning the series, but I don't know how many games. I can't call how many games. That's the part I'm struggling with. I got the Clippers winning, but I don't know how many games. Because I think this series is closer than what people think. Yeah, Denver don't have any defense, but for some strange reason, they play really well against the Clippers for some reason. I don't know what it is. I don't know if they players just wake up for this game, wake up for the Clippers games, or whether they just be studying film on the Clippers all season long, or whatever the case may be. I don't know. But it's the Clippers gonna. I think the Clippers gonna win the series, but I don't know how many games. I don't know if Westbrook gonna cause the Nuggets a few games. I don't know if cause
Shit, he
Westbrook
might
play
get
out of
him a
control.
game.
Nah, but see, Westbrook play out of control a lot. See, that's my only fear with Westbrook. He play out of control a lot, and you can't play out of control. You can't play out of control with a team like the Clippers. With the talent they got, see, they're gonna take advantage of that. You can't be live ball turnovers and all that. See, that can't happen. Because the Clippers gonna take advantage of that with Kawhi, and then you got Norman Powell and Zubac. Yeah, they'll take advantage of that. So that's why I was like, I don't know how many games that they will win by. The Clippers will win by. But I mean, it's gonna be a very interesting series. I'm just gonna tune in.
Okay. Appreciate Mingle. As y'all come here, smash the like. Let me go to Kirk real quick. What's good, Kirk?
It was good. What's up, chat?
Good.
Ain't nothing, BJ. I appreciate you, always with your podcast. I watched your whole video, so you made some really good points, BJ. As you always do, bro. So, because I definitely want to have my own podcast one day. So, you definitely inspired me, BJ. I wanted to let you know that. So, I appreciate you, my guy. So,
Appreciate you.
No doubt, bro. No, seriously. But I did want to say one thing before I give my opinion about the series. I know you pulled up the offensive for the Nuggets, and they are a really good offensive team. But most of those stats that you read offensively was really Jokic. that's like more than 50% Jokic. So it's like he's really like more than half the offense, which is kind of scary. But yeah, I mean Mingle's right. This is going to be an interesting series. But I kind of really agree with Rob. I'm just gonna tell you my opinion. I mean, I have Clippers winning in this series, and it's crazy I'm saying this, bro, because bro, in the beginning I was not saying this team's a championship. I literally just said that not too long ago. I was like, this is not a championship team, but now, obviously, Kawhi came back and they looking like more than the Kawhi, they just look like a really good oiled team. So I got to take back my comments. I really doubted the Clippers, bro. I said that it's not a championship team, bro, but now that I'm looking at it, they are a championship team. I can't talk too much shit about them. I got to take back my words, bro. But I think that this series is probably going to go 6 games. I'm not going to say 5. I don't agree with JM. I feel where JM's coming from, though, but I don't think this is a 5-game series. And I say that because Jokic is the best player in the NBA, too. Like, I still give him some credit. And if
I just feel like Tyler gonna fuck up, bro. I just feel like Tyler gonna do some dumb shit, bro.
Yo, come on, man. I don't like hearing that talk. Let me just jump in real quick, Kurt. My
Hold
fault.
on, man. Wait a minute, y'all. Let him finish his thing first. Then we do free for all.
Okay, my fault. All right, my fault.
Oh my God, I never finished when I thought this shit crazy.
Yeah, let him finish his thing first. Then we do the free for all. You know how BJ do it, man.
I knew he was about to say something too when I said I shouldn't even said James' name. But now I think it's the 6th game. I'm gonna hear what you have to say, bro. I think it's a 6-game series. It really depends on Jamal Murray's health. And I was talking to some dude in the comments talking about Jamal Murray, Chris Dunn, and I'm glad what you said about Chris Dunn, BJ. He cannot guard Jamal Murray, and that's no disrespect, bro. I'm not saying he can't get a stop, but he can't guard Jamal Murray. That makes But yeah, like that. It's gonna be an interesting series, and this is my thing with the Nuggets. Like the Nuggets, they technically have one consistent player the whole year. Like Murray hasn't been that consistent. I mean, he's been injured though too, right? And then who's their third best player? Is probably what? Aaron Gordon. I keep forgetting about Porter too. So it's like to me, it comes down to who's going to be more consistent. And I think James Harden's going to have a better series than Murray. I think Zubac is going to have a better series than most people think he is. I think Kawhi will be like between him and Jokic. I think they're going to be the best players equally. I don't know who's going to be the better player. You could say Jokic, but like BJ said, Kawhi plays defense, so they kind of Jokic and Kawhi X each other out. So now who's going to be the next consistent player? I think James Harden will be the second best player in this series. And if he does, then I think the Clippers definitely win in 6 games. And then you got Zubac being like the third, fourth consistent player between him or Murray. But I like Zubac over Murray because he's been playing.
Honestly, it's Zubac time, B. It's his time.
Yeah, and exactly. And that goes to my other point, Rob, what you was talking about, like it's all these players' time, because it really is, bro. Like they've been playing out of their minds for the last month or two, bro. Like it's now it's about that time to put in the work and not even to panic, because they've been doing this for a while though. So that's why I got the Clippers, because the Clippers have the more consistent players right now. Like they just do. Like I don't know what Jamal Murray's gonna look like, even if he does come back. So you take the ball out of Jamal Murray's hands. Okay, you play a little defense on Jokic. Who else is getting the ball? You can go to Kawhi, you can go to Harden, you can go to Zubac, and you can go to Norman Powell off screens. He drives. The Clippers just have more offensive pieces and they play defense. So if the Clippers don't win this series, to me, in 6 games, it's a disappointment to me. I'm not saying no. If they lose the series in general, it's just this is an upset, because there's no reason why they shouldn't win this series. I don't even think this is really too much of it is a conversation, because Jokic is the best player in the world, and like BJ just read those stats, those are all Jokic's stats. Let's just be honest. Could we all be honest? That's like more than 50% Jokic. Like he leads the team in rebounding, assists, and points. What? That's like Jokic right now is doing what LeBron did in 2007. Do y'all realize that? Like damn near that's what he's doing. So if we don't beat this team, that means that we just didn't do what we were supposed to do. That's all it tells me, because
that's a fact.
I keep telling people. Hold up, JM. Hold up, JM. He better go crazy. No, this is my last. Oh my God. Go ahead, bro. I don't know what he's about to say. I got one last point. Oh God.
Bro, you gotta fix your mic. You can't even hear what you're saying.
Hold on, no, stop. Just go ahead, Kirk. Finish your point, and then
this is my last point. Yeah, I'm about to say. I thought you were about to say something.
Go ahead. That's what I thought. Okay, that's what I thought.
My bad, JM. We're gonna talk, JM, but it's my last point.
My fault. Go ahead.
No, you good. I'm about to go. But my last point. I mean, this is not even towards the series. That's why I keep saying, like, Jokic right now is on his LeBron James season right now. Like that's all he's literally carrying his team. If we pretty much, I ain't gonna say, like, you can say stop Jamal Murray, but he's been injured, bro. So you really gotta stop Jokic. Like in this series, to me, you have to stop Jokic. That's my thing. If you stop him, I don't think the team's gonna thrive, because he's literally he's more than 50% of this team this whole year, bro. So my thing is what BJ said about Zubac, like make him guard. Like please guard Jokic. That's the key, because he's literally this team. If you take him off that team, the team is this is a bad team, bro. That's all I gotta say.
That's why I said it's on Zoo.
Dead ass, bro.
Kurt, do you really? Quick question. Do you really think this? You said about something about
if it's
upset. Do you really think it's an upset that the Nuggets is 13?
Hold on, Mingo. Go ahead, JM.
We gonna talk.
Yeah, I just want to get this one out real quick, because somewhere down the line. No, that ain't my mic. That's not my mic. That's not my mic. You can hear me, right?
Yeah,
so I was in my mic.
We can hear you, bro.
Either way, I like all those speeches, but people clearly forget that Zoo held Joker to 11 points just last year. Gave Joker his worst game in his career. I see that part got just totally taken out the history. Fam, you could Google it. Zoo played Joker man to man already. Like you talk about Zoo, like Zoo ain't gonna do nothing. Zoo already beat Joker, gave him the worst beating ever. So we good. This gonna be 5 games. That's all I wanted to say.
Okay, man.
You might be. Hey, we're gonna see JM. JM might be. He might be right. We'll see.
Kurt, do you so you think it's really an upset that the Nuggets is what, the 4th seed?
Yeah.
So the Nuggets got a higher seed. Is that really an upset?
I'm only saying it's an upside, bro, because like I said, Jokic is this. Bro, we have to be honest, right? Jokic is literally their team, bro. Like he's literally. I'm telling you, he's having a LeBron season right now.
But that don't matter.
If we don't beat them, man, that means Jokic is damn near top 10 all.
I'm pretty sure Jokic is taking the clipboard too.
That don't.
Could play Joker head up.
And bro,
Zoo play Joker head up. We ain't got a double Joker. We ain't got a double Joker. Zoo could play Joker.
If I'm the Clippers, I'm doubling. I'm doubling Joker. Like make the team beat. Your team hasn't been here all season. Your team hasn't been here all season. That's how I feel.
But Kurt, you can say Jokic is the best player, which is fair. That's cool. He is the best player on the team. But at the same time, though, like BJ said in his soliloquy before we got on the panel, they haven't did anything without Jamal Murray in the playoffs. Like nothing,
I agree.
Literally nothing. So if Jamal Murray not on that team, regardless of what Joker doing, the team is really not nothing. Basically. First and second round.
Hey, I'm gonna stop y'all right there because what y'all talking about, I don't know what y'all talking about. So I ain't gonna lie, I got Denver at 6 or Denver at 7. You know what I'm saying? I feel y'all. But Money Month is on a podcast now. I feel y'all. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna be the, you know what I'm saying? I'm gonna play devil's advocate for y'all. You know what I mean? It's gonna be a tough series. Somebody gotta go home. I'm not going to sit up here and talk. No, I gotta go to work. You feel what I'm saying? But somebody gotta go home. You feel what I'm saying? It's either gonna be the Clippers or it's gonna be the Nuggets. You know what I'm saying? I do think y'all got the better bench. Y'all got better bench players coming off the bench. Bogdanovich, Ben Simmons, and players like that. But at the end of the day, we got the best player in the world, Nikola Jokic. I ain't gonna lie. We gonna see if Zubac can stop that in the 7-game series. We gonna see. And then y'all talking about all y'all gotta do is stop Jamal Murray and all. Jamal Murray, he plays big basketball in the playoffs. So we gonna see. We still got Michael Porter Jr., who's a shooter. He can still shoot. You still got to worry about Aaron Gordon dropping 30 points, 20 to 30 points a game if he wants to. He gonna have a tough time defending Kawhi. Kawhi gonna do his thing. But I'm just saying, it's not gonna be as easy as y'all think. It's not gonna be 5 games, AM. I promise you that. It's not gonna be 5 games. It's not gonna be 5 games. I promise you that. And then, like BJ said, it's a lot of storylines. Y'all gotta still worry about Russell Westbrook. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
he know how to check James. Yes, you do. Yes, you do. You heard a reporter. You said you heard a report. Yeah, he played James. He played with James Harden, and he played against James Harden a lot. All right, you good.
That's why I said it's on James Harden and turnovers because Westbrook already said he's gonna go hard.
Hey, I'm glad y'all think that. You get what I'm saying? We gonna see. And then we still got Julian Schroeder. It's a lot. You feel what I'm saying? But I do think y'all got the better team at the end of the day. It's not no head. But I like Kawhi. You feel what I'm saying? I like, some of the pieces y'all got on the bench. Y'all got better bench players than we got. It's gonna be a tough series, but don't overlook us like y'all already had in the second round. Like we not about to do that. Like you know what I'm saying?
Nah, I ain't looking at nobody but y'all, bro.
Still got the best player in the world. Still got Nikola Jokic. You know what I'm saying? And then so when Jamal Murray gets Zubac in that pick and roll, y'all just so confident that everything gonna be. He's not hurt, bro. You think that? You think he hurt? You think
No,
he
he
hurt?
been playing
No, he
hurt.
got the music
Bro,
playing
He
in the
you
been
think
hurt
background.
that?
all season.
Oh,
You think he hurt, Neil?
Him
All
and
right, I'm
Jordan
just
been
saying.
hurt all
All right, they
season.
going. All right, I don't
They
care if
been
they hurt.
hurt.
I'm telling you, they gonna be there. I don't care if they hurt.
Yeah, they
I'm
gonna
telling
be
you, they
there.
gonna be there.
They
I'm
gonna
saying
be
bro,
they
he
gonna
got
there,
be
the
but
there.
music
like,
playing in
You
the
know what I
they ain't
mean?
gonna
background.
do nothing. They gonna be there, but they ain't gonna do nothing.
All
Now,
right,
Y'all
all right,
team is
all
wounded.
right,
Y'all
all right.
got
We
y'all
gonna
even got
see.
no coach.
I don't
Y'all
know
don't
All
about
right,
even
we
that.
have
gonna
a
see.
coach.
We
Fam,
gonna see.
y'all got the water boy coaching y'all. Are you
Nah,
kidding me?
I
5
feel.
games.
Hey, and Tyronn Lue gonna get coached out coached by the water boy. You
I
tripping?
doubt
You know what
that.
I'm
I
saying?
seriously
Yeah,
doubt
you
that.
gonna get
Man,
out
if
I
coached by
Tyler
the
get
water
out
seriously
boy.
coached,
doubt
bro, he
that.
gone.
Yeah, you know what I
I
mean?
said,
He gonna
man,
get coached. He
I
gonna get
doubt
out
Ty
coached by the
going
Absolutely
water
like
boy.
that.
gone.
Hey,
You
Ty ain't
tripping?
gonna go out like that. I doubt
All
that.
right, all right.
We won't
I like
even
how
need Ty
There's
to
another
beat
fight.
Trent.
I'm gonna play
We
devil's
don't even
advocate
need
with for
Ty to
y'all.
beat Trent.
I like how
Man, we gonna be.
y'all think y'all got all the answers. We gonna see how game one go. We gonna see how everything go,
Hey,
man.
we would have won that series, right? Only reason why y'all beat us at Ty during the season is
Hey,
because
hey,
the
hey,
game y'all won
AJM,
was when
AJM,
LA was on
AJM. Y'all,
fire. Don't
AJM.
forget.
Kawhi gotta get his
And
lick
we
back.
beat the crap out of
Kawhi,
y'all.
Kawhi. He the person that gotta get his lick back. You know what I'm saying?
Kawhi
Hey,
wasn't even
Absolutely.
there when we beat
who
the
do you
crap
have to
out of
guard
y'all.
anybody on our team?
Man,
Kawhi gotta get his lick
y'all
back,
have
man.
nobody. Y'all got a
You
hope in
can't
the
guard
wish.
Harden. You
5
can't guard
games.
Norm.
Straight up 5
You can't
games.
guard
And we
Zoo.
gonna
Five.
still home
Hey,
You
court
can't
hey,
definitely
advantage.
can't
JM,
guard Kawhi.
JM, how much you want to bet right now? How much you want
I
to bet?
don't
You said 5
gamble,
games.
fam. I got addiction. That's when my
Yeah.
bills hard to get paid now.
Right, right,
I don't
Wait,
right.
what
I
gamble.
happened?
bet.
What happened? What
You know
the
what
I
I'm
heck?
bet.
saying?
I bet.
Let me go
Gentlemen's
to
bet. Gentlemen's bet.
let me pass the mic real quick. Let me go to Robbie. What's good, Robbie?
Hey, what's good, y'all? Uh,
What's
I'm
good,
just
Rob?
coming in, man. What's the topic about? It's about
The
Nuggets and Clippers.
Nuggets Clipper series,
Nuggets
basically.
Clippers series.
Yeah.
Yes,
All
sir.
right. Honestly, I don't think it's gonna be that close. Um, I if we look at we're gonna have the ball the most in this series. It's gonna be Kawhi. It's gonna be James. And if we look at who they got Jamal back. That's the point of attack. They got Michael Porter Jr. Point of attack. Who else? Westbrook. He's not really much at his age. He's not really going to be stopping Harden or Norm. And,
Yeah,
uh,
okay.
like and Jokic. The only thing I'm worried about really is Jokic because there's nobody really that can stop him. Um, even if let's say for instance Zubac gives him trouble in the paint, he can just go to the perimeter. Zubac is not a good perimeter defender. He's real slow on his feet. Comes to the perimeter.
He's not. And Jamal Murray gonna get him in that pick and roll. And guess what Shaq say? Barbecue
And
chicken.
once
You
again,
know what I
you
mean?
forget, we forget.
He gonna get Zoo in that
Zoo
pick and roll.
already,
It's gonna be
man,
barbecue
Zoo
chicken, man.
already held
Hey, what we
Joker
doing,
to
y'all? What we
Well,
doing,
11
y'all?
it
points.
depends.
Zoo already held
Hold on,
Joker
Robbie.
Hold
to
Go
on.
ahead.
11
Hold on,
points.
hold on, y'all. Let Rob finish and
Hold
then
on.
y'all get back
I'm
to it.
trying to look at this objectively here. You know, what are the weaknesses? Yeah, I mean a pick and roll could work, but also who's he going to get in that pick and roll? Is he gonna hunt Harden? Is he gonna hunt because Jamal Murray has to worry about Chris Dunn. Chris Dunn can fight over any screen you put on him.
He ain't worried about no fucking Chris Dunn, bro. Get the fuck out of here, bro.
You said pick and roll. I'm telling you right now. That pick and
Bro,
roll
he
is
don't
gonna
gotta
be
worry, bro. He don't
it's
gotta
not
worry
gonna be
about Chris
easy.
Dunn. And BJ already said that. He don't gotta worry about Chris Dunn. You gotta put length on Jamal Murray. Put Chris Dunn on
I,
him. It's barbecue chicken, bro. It is what
I
it
think the
is.
Clippers
Put
should
who
do it
on?
like how they play Shy, bro. Just send different defenders at him. Keep
I'm
sending
not saying
different defenders.
it's gonna lock Jamal Murray.
That's the
I'm
best
just
you can
saying
really do, bro.
pick and rolls isn't
All
gonna be
right,
as
all
easy
right.
as
We
you think.
can
We
play
gonna get
Denver
playoff
But it was,
Jamal
1-on-1.
Murray.
but you saw in that game, it was DJ more so on him. That's why I
Yeah.
say you don't want to put Chris Dunn on Jamal Murray.
That's what I'm saying, bro. We got a lot of defenders. Y'all keep just saying Chris Dunn, bro. Like we ain't got like other defenders out here.
I would put
And
Ben
we could,
Simmons over him than Chris Dunn.
yeah, we could
Yeah,
Honestly.
play
but
them one-on-one.
Ben Simmons hasn't been aggressive, man. I'm not liking
We
what I'm
gonna
seeing
play
out there.
Denver
Well, we
1-on-one
don't.
Because you
We're
keep
not looking
getting
for him
inconsistent
offensively
minutes.
though.
You keep pulling them in and
But
pulling them out.
that's what he's there for, to speed up the pace.
Man, hell no.
He's a point guard. That's
Nah, but
basically
they
what he's there
don't give
for.
him. He keep pulling his minutes. Keeps pulling him from the game. He's a
Yeah.
But
good
when
on-ball defender, and he plays good interior post defense. Chris Dunn can only play defense at the guard position. He ain't shutting down Jamal Murray
no, I'm not asking him to shut down.
or
I'm just
slowing him
asking him to
down.
bother Jamal Murray, especially on pick and rolls. That's all he needs to do.
We just gonna play them 1-on-1. That's how we been beating them. We gonna play out straight up 1-on-1. Won't be no
And
zone
this,
or nothing.
Ben
Player
Simmons,
I
for
agree with that.
I like
That's
Ben
how we
Simmons,
been
but
beating y'all.
I agree with
I just
that.
say keep sending, like you said, just keep sending different defender. Like you say, you got Chris Dunn in the
No,
first, and have
1-on-1. Straight up. We played them
guarding
straight
the
up.
defender.
That's how we
Thank
beat
you.
them. That's how we gave Joker his worst series ever. He scored 11 points. You
Well,
can
I'm
Google
cool with
that.
Duke
That was
guarding him.
last
Hey,
We just
season.
guard him straight up.
We play
Jam.
Denver
You have to stop
1-on-1.
saying that,
We
Jam.
don't
That's
play
not gonna,
zone.
bro. Jam, he's not
Fam,
gonna score
you
11
can go
points in
look it
every
up.
game, Jam. Stop
Go
saying
look
Yeah,
it
that.
up.
yeah.
That's how we can play Denver. That's how we beat Denver every single time. Are you kidding me? If we gonna finally we gonna get the chance to get all that bubble crap people were saying. Well, I guarantee you, we sweeping Nuggets in 5 games.
That's
Y'all literally don't have the personnel, and then y'all can forever
hey.
stop
he said,
mentioning the freaking bubble.
If we do, I'll be happy as hell. But I'm
5
still holding
games.
out 6.
"No,
Clippers
I
are
didn't
5.
watch that Denver series.
It's gonna be a sweep.
Was Paul George the
he
reason
said the truth.
they lost that series?
He was one of the reasons. He was one of the
I'm
reasons,
saying,
but it
was
was
he the
more.
main reason?
He wasn't the main reason. He wasn't the main reason. I would say
What was
coaching was the main reason that the Clippers lost that series. They was up 3-1. If you don't close out the series, I'm looking at who the hell didn't execute on the just execute, period, bro. Like, how do you lose a lead like that and then your coach don't make no adjustments?
Because
And
they wanted to go home. They already said
they
that.
did.
They already
Yeah, yeah,
They
validated.
did.
They wanted
yeah.
to go home. They didn't want to stay there. That's why Denver
Yeah,
won. Like we was
but
up 3. The
but
clue
nobody's gonna
was we
take that.
was up
But
3-1.
nobody gonna take that excuse though,
They
right?
didn't want
Yeah,
to. Hey,
I mean,
that's the
Wyatt
truth.
was
Okay,
playing like
that's
he
why I'm
wanted to
saying we
stay.
got to prove it. That's what we got to
Yeah,
I,
prove it. We about
yeah.
to prove it in real
We
time with
definitely
no
need our league back
bubble,
for that though.
in real life.
I
We
want
about
that
to get our
sting
lick
back.
back. It's going to be 5 games, I guarantee you. Denver not even going to have a chance. They might
So
win
damn,
one
that sound like
game.
a domination, huh? That sound like
It
we
is
gonna
going
just
to
shut
be a
everybody out.
domination. It's a complete
But you know what's
domination.
but this my thing,
Complete
JM.
5 games.
This my thing with the Nuggets this year, because I know Jamal Murray, and I'm with y'all on Jamal Murray. He's a problem, and he's the reason why like the Nuggets win, right? But this is a different year this year. Jamal Murray hasn't really played. I'm not saying he forgot how to play basketball. That's not what I'm saying. I'm just saying like he hasn't played majority of the year, and Jokic has been like he just upped his game this year, right? We all can agree. Oh, Jokic upped his game from last year, and he looks very dominant. Like this year, to me, it's not. I don't even think this is about stopping Jamal Murray in this series. I think it's about stopping Jokic, because this man look crazy, bro. I'm not saying
And
he can
again,
beat them.
there's no stopping
Zoo
Jokic.
played them head up.
Most
Zoo
definitely.
played them head up.
JM,
You can look it
the reason
on
why.
YouTube, and he already held Joker to 11
But
points.
JM,
Zoo
I
can
hear what
play
you're saying,
Joker
JM. But
head
Years
up.
ago,
Jokic can pull him out and shoot
10 years ago.
threes. Jokic can pull him out
So
and shoot threes.
Once again, Zoo held Joker to 11 points.
So
Google
JM, how many points is he going to be held under in this series? Can you please tell me that?
11
You say 11
points.
points. Okay,
11
come
points.
on,
It's
We
bro.
gonna
Come
play
on,
him head
bro.
possible.
up.
Come on
I
That's
now.
how
don't
we
care who
play Denver.
Come
anybody
We
on,
say.
play him
JM.
head
Like,
up.
Damn,
It's
bro.
possible.
I was
We
on.
play.
Hey, Kirk. Like I'm
We
gonna say
playing
this
that up.
with
All you
Jokic
gotta
though.
do, man, y'all think I'm tripping. Just review the tape.
Yes, you're
Just go
tripping.
on
Hey,
YouTube
Kirk.
and see how we beat them. You don't gotta
Hey
believe
man,
me. Look at it, see how we beat them. We play
Look,
them
Kirk.
head
I'm gonna
up.
say this: the
hey,
best way to
Head up.
beat.
I don't
One
believe
minute.
Look,
that.
Kirk.
I don't,
Kirk.
What you about to
that
say?
The
was this
the
year.
the best way to beat a good offensive player is to make him play defense.
I
Let's
agree.
be
I agree
real.
with that. I agree.
That's the best way,
I
and
agree.
we all know that Jokic is a great in shape player. Like so
Yeah,
if we're gonna go, if we're gonna do anything, we need to go at him, go at
totally
Jokic.
agreed.
That's the
I
only way
totally.
I feel like we can beat him offensively. Because we know how good he is offensively, so make him work on the D.
I agree, Rob. And JM, I'm not just talking about Rob. You're right. You're exact. You're Rob. You're right. You have to go at Jokic, and I'm not talking about his scoring, JM. I'm talking about everything he does on the offensive end. It's not. See, the
Zoo
thing about Jokic,
already beat them.
the
What
thing
he
about
got?
Jokic,
Zoo
it's not
already
about
beat
his
them,
scoring,
man.
bro. It's about what he does for his team. He gets his team
And
involved.
Zoo already beat them. What's your
So
point?
you
We
saying
beat
Zoo? Okay, all
Nuggets.
right, JM. Okay, JM. All
Okay,
right,
We beat
that's
all right,
Nuggets.
bro.
Like it ain't like y'all beat us up. You tripping. Man on man, we could beat y'all. We play y'all man on man. You ain't gotta believe me. The tapes is on YouTube. Look at every victory we had against the Nuggets outside the 2000 the bubble, and you'll see how we won. Only reason why
Talking
y'all
about the
won the
bubble?
series this
Hey,
year
that was
is
years ago now.
because the other game y'all played when LA was on fire. Right? None of our team was in the game. Y'all beat it. Y'all won the whatever tiebreaker only because the game. Right? We was tied. But the second game came in Denver when LA was on fire. Y'all wasn't even won the series. Just like the bubble. Y'all won by default. Now we're gonna face y'all straight up ground. It's gonna be 5 games. Y'all
Man,
literally don't have enough players. You think I'm hating? Do the math. Yeah, we
man,
got
I'm not worried about no bubble, man.
we got a front.
5
Well,
years
hold on.
ago.
We got to wait. Let put this to your mind real quick. We got a starting 5, right? And then we got something called a second unit. That's 10 players. How many players you got again? Joker and who else?
Oh shit! What'd you say?
Yeah, what'd you say?
You ain't gonna record me again. You heard what I said. Rewind it.
My mic just went out. I mean, I see. I mean, I have Clippers winning in 6 games, so I see where you're coming from, JM. I just don't agree with it. I think I would agree with you, JM, if I didn't see Jokic have this crazy offensive year this year, bro. I'm just telling you, he's a different. This is not the same Jokic from years ago. This
Yeah,
is
man.
actually he's upped his game. I'm just saying he's upped his game. You can clearly see he's upped his game. So it's not like Zubac is gonna go out there and lock him up. Like that's not gonna happen. But I agree with you that they don't have a lot of players. That's why I said it's gonna be a disappointment if Clippers don't win to me because the Clippers have so many different pieces they can go to. But Jokic
Yeah.
is still dominant though, offensively. So it's
Yeah.
like not just scoring though. I'm not talking about his scoring. It's everything else he does before I'm saying he can score, but he could do a lot more offensively, bro. So it's like we gonna see though. But I got Clippers winning in 6, 5 games. I mean, we'll see.
That's why I
But
said
I
I'll
don't think
give him 2. I'll give him 2 games, bro. I think they're
yeah, I
gonna
don't
get
think
2.
he's crazy. I see where Jam's coming from. I'm just saying that this is not the same Jokic from. This is not the same Jokic from last year, bro. Literally, it's not.
Yeah.
My
Not.
my
Hey
point
man,
is
but I
my
love
point is
I
it
love
doesn't
Jarius
matter who
Faith though. He
Joker
Yeah.
said
is.
he's gonna dominate him, so
Yeah,
I'm
you
My
with it.
point
you
my point
overestimate
is
Zubac's defense if you think he's gonna lock up Jokic.
yeah, my point is Joker don't matter. It doesn't matter who Joker is. My point is Zoo already beat him, and Zoo keep beating him. You know what I'm saying? My point is doesn't matter who Joker is, right? So what? We got Zoo. The rest of the team we're going to destroy like we've been doing. Like Denver
Yeah.
has never had an edge over us. I don't understand where that came from. They won in a bubble because we was up 3-1, which means we would destroy you, Denver, and then we decided we want to go home. So you won. Okay. So last season, Zoo literally held Joker to 11 freaking points. We blew the crap out of y'all, right? And so this season, we won again without Kawhi. Y'all won the game without Kawhi. All right, so we even. The tiebreaker came when in Denver, when freaking LA was on freaking fire. It was just like the bubble. Like we didn't want to
I'm gonna
be there.
say I'm gonna say
Okay,
this:
so
if
man,
Zoo
we
wants to
got
be
it,
that
man.
top center, he
It's
wants to
not
take
even
that
gonna
top
be
center
man.
spot, bro. This is the time.
Man, 5 games, fam.
I
5.
agree, Rob.
Denver shouldn't even be in the
He
playoffs.
wants
Are
to.
you kidding
Zoo
me?
wants to be that top
They
center,
couldn't
bro.
even. They was
This
a
is it.
playing
He
team.
wants to make the name for himself and be better than
Yeah.
Jokic. This is it. Knock him out the playoffs.
I
Knock
agree.
So
I agree.
Jokic and him out the playoffs, and Zoo will have that.
I
His
agree.
name will be heard, bro.
I do agree because I ain't gonna lie. Like I think the Nuggets is about to I think one of their game plans is actually against JM. I think they're gonna try to really try to take Zoo out the game. They're gonna try to force Ty Lue to go small ball. Like they're gonna try to go. They're gonna tell Jokic like, yo, go attack him on the perimeter. Like go cook him. Like go
that's
put
what I
him in
would
the
do.
post.
And we
Like
always go
that's what they're
small
gonna do.
ball.
That's what they're gonna
That's how
do.
we beat y'all small
They can
ball. That
That's
what
what, but
makes it
that's
worse because y'all the small team. So you
I'm
fall
telling you,
right
that's what's
into
gonna
that
happen.
trap. Denver's a
They're gonna
small
attack him.
team. You only got Joker.
Zoo,
Other than that, our small ball beat y'all every time because Murray
Zoo
can't
can
check
show. Look,
nobody.
Zoo can show
No,
how good he's gone
No
after double
no.
team
players can't
this year,
check
which
I
I
agree,
hope he
nobody.
Rob.
has.
I agree
Which I
Gordon
because
hope.
we
can't
have
check nobody. I mean,
Because you
who
gotta
y'all
think
got to
about it.
check anybody? Who?
But JM, you gotta think about it. My thing is like this: if Denver don't got a lot over there, right? If Jamal's coming back, who you gonna attack? I say attack Zubac. That's what I say. Attack him.
Who's Murray going to
Attack him.
check? Who's Murray going to check? He gonna stop Kirby. I mean, Powell. He gonna stop Harden. Who Murray going to defend?
He can't defend
Right?
nobody on the team, man.
I agree.
You
No, I'm
forgot,
saying
you
he.
forgot
I'm
about
just
all
saying
of
like
that.
They're gonna
Who
put
are they
Murray.
going to
They're gonna put
defend?
Murray in pick
Who's
and rolls.
Joker going to stop? Who's Joker going to
They're
stop?
gonna
I have
put
a feel. I have a
Embiid and
feeling
everybody else.
Westbrook's gonna guard Harden. I just have a feeling Westbrook's gonna
Oh
guard
my
yeah, I
Harden.
can see
God!
that. I can see that. I can see that.
Okay, we
They're
can
gonna
let
use the
Russ
same
can
pick
stay
and
in the
roll.
game. Hey, we hope Russ stay in the game. Please keep Russ in the game. Please
Oh yeah,
keep
if
Russ
he
in
if
the
I
he
keep
game.
every
Russ in
time
the
he shoot,
game.
hey look, damn, I already said every time he shoot, I'm gonna say he with us.
Let Russ stay in the game.
Yeah,
Please do it. We already know what
But
Russ
y'all
is
making
going to do.
excuses for Russ in here, man.
but if we're talking
Russ
about
is
Denver's
good,
defense, who they
but
gonna
that's
put
why
on
Russ
who, bro?
got
That's what I
traded.
think, bro.
He's not
You
put.
said who
Honestly,
put on who?
I don't know
So
who they
they
gonna have
ain't
to guard
even.
Kawhi, but I don't know. They ain't gonna have nobody guard Kawhi.
Man, there's nobody to stop
Yeah.
nobody on that
Hey, let me
team.
go to
But you
T
know what's
Sweezy.
crazy,
Let me go to
bro?
T Sweezy,
Keep it
y'all. Let me go to
real.
T.
T Sweezy. Okay, bet.
It's good, T.
What you say, BJ?
Oh no, you got it. Go ahead.
Shit. You say you got the series going 6 or 7?
Yeah, I got like 6 or 7.
Okay, yeah, me too. Um, I got the first 2 games. I got y'all splitting with them. Um, it's gonna be tough winning one in and what's the stadium arena called? Mile High or what's
Ball
the arena
arena.
called? The ball
Ball
arena.
arena.
Yeah. Cause that altitude. You feel me? The
Mm.
Clippers have been balling. You know what I'm saying, since the month of March. I don't know what version of Denver I'm gonna get because this team is inconsistent. You feel me? Um, I don't know who the interim coach is. You know what I'm saying? Um, he's not gonna bring the same thing that Mike Malone can bring to the table. Um, the Clippers, Clippers, their defense has been playing great under Van Gundy. Kawhi looking more like his old self. Chris Dunn, you know what I'm saying? He's been balling for y'all. I like Zubac, I like how the way Norm playing. Harden, I just hope Harden show up. Um, this series, even though y'all got a better roster, it's not going to be easy. Feel me? Um, now, if y'all could find a way to keep the other guys, like if y'all could neutralize Joker, keep him under 25, and if the other guys could like shoot bad, like for last year, like Jamal Murray, like he didn't play so well in the playoffs, like he didn't shoot well. Michael Porter, he was up and down. More so Aaron Gordon was more so the second option last year with number wise.
Hmm.
But Aaron Gordon is a monster on the glass, and he plays defense too. But y'all, I like y'all small ball better than Denver. Y'all could actually run small ball.
Hmm.
But I don't see y'all doing that because Zubac been balling.
Hello,
That's a
thank
good
you
point.
for 5 games. Small but thank you. 5 games.
I ain't gonna lie. I think the Nuggets is gonna force. It's gonna force the Clippers to run small ball, bro. That's honestly what I'm thinking right now.
That
They ain't
works in
gonna
our
force them.
favor.
That's what they
That
do. That's
works
what
in
we
our
do.
favor.
Yeah,
Why,
That
why,
they
why
works
you
probably
in
think
our
like
that,
doing
Kirk?
favor.
that, but
You ain't
Kirk, why
gotta
you think
force us
that?
to play small ball. Ty
That
Lue
is
comes out with small ball.
that
Yeah,
is
but I
because
true.
will
Denver's
say
a small
we're
team.
better at the switches on the small ball.
Yeah,
Like when
because
we have the
Denver's a
small ball,
small
we're
team.
switching way better.
That's a good. Got you. Okay.
But
No, I was
Denver's
gonna say
really a small team, though. They only got Joker, Murray, and them short. Like, small ball actually works good against Nuggets because Nuggets is not a tall team. Who's the tallest person on the Nuggets?
I pull
Joker?
up the let me pull up
I
the
think
roster. Let me
DeAndre.
pull hold on, no,
No,
let me pull up the roster so I can see what their roster is. They're starting 5 and
you were not about to say DeAndre Jordan. Did you say that?
nah. I'm just gonna go through the roster. So you got they starting lineup, Christian Brown, he's 6'6", Jamal Murray
Oh damn, he a
6'4",
tall guard.
6'4", Aaron Gordon 6'8",
Oh
Michael
damn, I
Porter is
forgot.
6'10",
What about Zeke Naji?
Zeke Naji 6'9",
Okay.
So
Damn.
that's who's gonna be
Victor is
playing defense,
6'11",
bro. I already know.
DeAndre
Aaron Gordon's
Jordan.
gonna be playing defense on Kawhi,
They have a
bro.
big team, JM. Peyton
He's
Watson,
gonna get
6'7".
No, but okay, they not small, but they average our team. Our players average 6'9", right?
Yeah.
So then we got 6'10" Ben and a 7 foot Zoo and a 6'11" Eubanks. We still
All
got
right.
the bigger team.
This
Y'all gonna put
Say,
Ben on Jokic?
this is my thing is that I don't like
I
that
don't like
3 guard
that. I don't know if I
lineup.
like that.
Like we're gonna run the
I
three
don't know if I
guard
like that.
lineup and have Kawhi at the 4, but this is the time I would have
Why
loved to have
not
Kawhi at the
play
3.
4? Why don't have to play 4? We got Nicholas Batum back. He could
Well,
play a
I'm talking
7
about he's gonna
Wait a
start with
minute,
the
but JM,
lineup though,
who
Jam.
you starting? JM, who you starting?
You know who we gonna
I'm
start.
gonna start the
No,
same.
I'm
I'm
at
gonna start
JM
the
though.
same start. I'm gonna start the same starting 5.
Who gonna
That's
be
what
a
I'm
backup
saying.
point
Kawhi
guard?
gonna be at the 4 at that
It's
lineup
all
in that
right.
lineup.
It's gonna break
Jam.
down to a second unit though,
Well,
Jam,
yeah,
who
I
gonna
know
be
in
a
the
backup
second unit he won't be. Yeah, you're right.
right?
Jam, who,
It's gonna set up.
Yeah, the
Well, I'm
second unit you're
sorry.
Jam,
right. He won't be, but the first unit he's gonna be in the 4th in
It's
a
all
J-
right.
power
We
forward.
every
Jam,
I'm
team
saying.
start
I
off
see
with their
what you're saying.
starting 5, right? Every team
Jam,
start off with their starting 5.
Hey,
Well, I'm just saying.
hey,
I'm just
Jam,
wishing this. Oh, go ahead.
let me go to
Jam, who
Taz
you?
real quick.
Oh, my bad. I had to
Let me
ask
go.
Jam the question. Oh, wait, go ahead.
Oh, go ahead. No, go ahead. I'm gonna get to Taz. Go
No,
ahead.
no, no. I was asking JM. I was saying, so when Zubac come out, who you have coming in as your backup 5?
We could still put Nicholas
It's
Batum
gonna be
on him.
Ben
He's doing
Simmons.
a
It's gonna
great
be Ben
job.
Simmons or Nick Batum is the power forward, and Ben Simmons gonna be the center.
Nicholas Batum been doing a fantastic job
Yeah, no,
defending.
I like that lineup with Ben and
And then we got
Nico.
no, if you forget, I'm just gonna clear it up with this. Right, our second unit is actually Nicholas and Ben. Right,
Yeah,
that's the
they
second
both
unit.
collectively
So that answers your
together.
whole question.
I see what you're
Well,
So
our
saying.
Ben is
first
back in
unit,
center or point guard?
our starters
He's
gonna
point
be our
guard.
starters, and then Ben is starters,
Okay.
and then
But
our
he's
second
our
unit
playmaker
is
for that unit
the
though, Tay.
Definitely a playmaker.
Yeah, he's our playmaker for that second unit.
I like Batum
coaches.
though, but center
Yeah.
though, you talking about center against Jokic?
He gonna get killed in the
I
paint,
mean,
Jam.
that's what's probably gonna happen. I mean,
Yeah,
I
most
mean,
likely.
he's gonna get
we
fried
did
then.
it
He's gonna get
before.
Jam, he's
fried.
gonna get killed, bro.
We did it before. Who gonna stop Ben? Remember, you got to pull somebody
Ben,
out to defend Ben
hey,
because
Jam,
Ben,
Ben is
I will
Ben is
say
the
this.
X factor.
I
Ben
would
is one
say
of the X
and
Ben's
then
factors.
you
not.
still got
Hey, Ben
Kawhi
is not a
and
weak
now you
player
got
though, Kurt.
Bogey.
He's
Y'all got
I
not.
to
mean,
play
he's a
his
little
I'm
man
agreeing
smaller,
up.
with you,
but
Rob. He's one of the X factors. I think Ben's
Y'all
He
got to
honestly
said
play
the
his
best
Ben.
there.
man
no,
up.
I don't
Mad
think
Y'all
Ben
Max
gonna
can't
said
play
play
Ben
at
his
finna
all.
not.
man
Then
up,
Hold on,
man.
let me go to Taz. Mad Max said Ben not finna get any minutes. That mean miss. I
nah, you tripping,
I
bro. He get a minute.
no,
I
he not
disagree with that.
that many minutes.
I mean, we'll see. We'll see. But let me go to Taz real quick. What's good, Taz?
Going on, fellas? Salute
What's up,
BJ. Salute to
Taz?
the power. Oh, what's going on, y'all? Y'all doing all right, man?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Hey, it's that time of the year, dog. Hey, it might shock y'all. I said the last podcast I was on, though. I got Clippers in 5, man.
Mm.
I'm not saying that it ain't gonna be a competitive series. I believe every last game is gonna come down to the wire. But I do believe that, like we said earlier, Westbrook will have to sit out if they want a chance to win these games. And without Westbrook's intensity, though, they are going to have to crash the glass hard. Zubac is going to be a presence in this whole series. That's who I'm looking at throughout this whole series. That's our X factor. I don't give a fuck what nobody say. I don't care what nobody say, but Zubac is the best defender to guard Jokic. He is the absolute best defender, and the statistics prove it. I think he's holding Jokic to like somewhere like on one-on-one matchups, anywhere from like 32 to 35%. I'm gonna take that. I will fucking take that. All right, and we are gonna have to play big, man. We got to watch out for Aaron Gordon this year. His 3-point shooting is, especially in the corner, he's shooting like 40. He's shooting in like the mid 40s from the corner
Taz,
this year,
Kawhi gonna
man.
be guarding him, Taz.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I understand that. I ain't even gonna lie.
I know what you're about to say.
Yeah. I like the matchup for Kawhi to guard him, but at the same time, you know, we gonna need Kawhi to be the all-time defensive Kawhi. You know, this series, he's gonna do a little bit of roaming out there. Just let y'all know, he will be hunting steals in this series. You know, just from the Kawhi that I've seen in these past 20 games, he's completely locked in. And that's the main reason why I'm saying the Clippers are going in 5. I don't think Kawhi is trying to play any games this year. I don't think he's trying to, you know, have his team be in a detriment regardless of what anybody say. I think this is the year. If Ty Lue is fucking up, you're going to hear it from Kawhi. Kawhi know he ain't got too much longer in this league, and he's ready to get the fucking job done this year, man. Like our supporting cast, though, the Nuggets are going to have to play defense because Norman Powell is also going to be big in this series. You know, he's going to be able to draw a lot of fucking fouls on this team. You know, they got young defenders. They got defenders, but their defenders are young besides Aaron Gordon.
But
You know,
see,
and
Taz, my only thing with that, Taz, is I don't want them looking for fouls in the playoff series. You know,
nah, I ain't even gonna lie to you. I hear you, but we gotta realize free throws is what wins playoff series. You know, a lot of people neglect that fact as well. But them
I
free
know, but I
throws
don't
are
want to
what's
see
gonna
them
get you in a
yelling
good
at the ref
position.
not playing D either.
I don't want to see that shit either. You know, I definitely don't want to see no foul baiting and nothing like that. But against these young defenders who want to get inside, or pause, Jesus.
Definitely
But
pause.
these,
Definitely pause.
but for these young defenders that want to get, you know, real scrappy, you're gonna need somebody like a Norman Powell or James Harden in this series, man. I think this series it's gonna go 5. Another reason is because the depth. If you're gonna have to play Jokic for 45 and 48 minutes a game, which I know he will play regardless of what the fuck I say next, but I think Zubac will definitely give him enough wear and tear to where Jokic won't be able to do it all. You know, we seen Jokic in a situation in the playoffs where he was out there trying to do it all against the Golden State Warriors.
Look, huffing and puffing, bro.
Yeah, hell yeah. He was tired as fuck out there. You know, he was the one that was trying to get those clutch shot ups. You know, he was the one that was trying to do everything. Hey, I'm fine with letting Jokic try to do everything, man. If Jokic is out there trying to do everything, that means his team is not involved. You know, and I think it's a greater chance of this team not being involved with the Clippers defense than it is for this team, like the Nuggets team, to rise to the occasion. Because I don't trust MPJ's shot all the time. He's going to get streaky. He's going to hit big shot. I know that. But I don't trust him to go out there and consistently give you about 16 to 18 points a game. You know, I just don't trust that. With the way our team defends, especially later on in this season, I see that everybody is selling out on defense, you know, except for Bogey. Bogey and Norm at times, you know, they iffy as fuck. But James Harden is actually trying to settle in on defense. And that is who I would put on Aaron Gordon. Put James Harden on Aaron Gordon, man. If Aaron Gordon want to go on the blocks, I'd rather have James Harden down there with those down swipes that he be getting. You know, he's going to be a strong body. And if Aaron Gordon want to sit in the corner, hell, James Harden, stay your ass in the goddamn corner while the rest of the team play defense. You know, so that's the reason why I would love to see Aaron Gordon and James Harden match up against each other in these playoffs, because that gives free reign to Kawhi wherever he goes. You know, I don't think these young players are going to be ready for the type of defense that Kawhi is going to be on. It's going to be some crazy shit, y'all. And I'm telling y'all, I believe it's going to be. Go ahead.
No, that's all I'm saying is between Zoo and Harden's turnovers, bro. Honestly.
Man, nah, for real.
Hey, Harden better though. Harden better. If I got confidence in Harden,
hey, I hope so, man. That's all I'm saying.
Harden came through in the last game, man.
He got a look. I just said he got a lot to prove, bro. This is the playoffs. This is what we've been waiting for.
Harden expect us to win. How you
we've been waiting for this?
Harden and expect us to win? You gotta root for Harden. That's how we
course, he on my team.
Yeah. We definitely root. We root.
Stop the doom and gloom. Harden doing good, man. Focus on that. Clippers ring.
Man, nah, for real. Like, I believe James.
Look at this nigga. Look, and then what happens if we lose and you come back looking dumb as hell?
Hey, man.
Let me find out you a spam bot. Let me
Oh my God! Hey, let me
what are
finish
you
this
talking
take though. Let
about?
me finish this take. though. But when it comes to James Harden on the offensive end, I think it's gonna pay dividends, man. I want Aaron Gordon to be put into a lot of actions. I want Jokic to be put into a lot of action. You know, I want to see how their main defenders guard that pick and roll because regardless of how good and scrappy their defenders are, they still struggle in that pick and roll. So I want the people that is producing on the Nuggets offensive end. I want them to. I want to see them work. You know, I really want to see them fucking work because they are going to have to play. They cannot have any kind of hiccups, any mistakes because their bench is not deep. You know, I got a lot of reason to say why it's going in 5. I'm not saying I'm right, but I'm saying that's definitely what the fuck I believe is going to happen. You know, I wouldn't be surprised if we end up going 7. You know, but just looking at the situation, I think Zubac is going to be a huge name after this series. Man. People are going to have to guard that man from now on. But that's all I got, y'all.
Just for this real quick, just want to add this. Now let me get this right. Denver barely made it into the playoffs, right? They lost like how many games straight, fell into the
4.
play-in, and then fell off, right? So now let me get this right. We not won 15 out of 18 games. Like we went on a streak. 8 games in a row, right? We fought our way. Denver lucked their way in. And you trying to tell me we about to go 7 games with them bums who ain't even got a coach and they got Russ and they only got one player. And you actually think that, oh, wait, hold up. We got Harden, Kawhi, Powell, Zoo. You know what I'm saying? The rest, all of the other staff. And you think that we're going to go 7 games with the bum ass Nuggets? Y'all got to be spam bots. Honest to goodness.
Who said 7 games? Who said 7 games?
Nobody
I
said
said
7
6.
games.
I said 6, but who said 7?
Hey, JM's funny as hell, man.
This nigga JM be talking like he got dial up or something.
Yo, he said y'all gotta be spam bots. Hey,
Y'all
JM,
don't
you
get that
wrong
man
about the
started.
Nuggets though. The Nuggets been in the playoffs for a while, bro. They've been up there they haven't really dropped anywhere. They've been in the same spot for like a while. The Nuggets really
Yeah.
haven't really.
Wasn't
The
Denver just in the
Nuggets.
7th
But
seed?
I
Denver's
see.
in 8th seed, right?
They're like
Denver's
third
in the
seed, I
7th,
think.
8th seed,
Third or
wasn't they?
second.
No,
Well, no, they
they
Hop
always
right
been in
back
the
up
top
though. They hop
4.
right back up.
they was in the
They've been in the
7th,
same spot.
man. Denver fell off. They was damn near in the play-in. Was
I see what
they
you're
not in the
saying,
play-in?
JM, but you.
Okay, so they
Let me go to
lucked up.
Millie. Hold on. Let me go to Millie
Yeah.
real quick. What's good, Millie?
Yo, what's good, BJ? What's good, panel? What's good with y'all?
What's good, Millie?
About the Nuggets and Clippers series, I got it like going 6. I got it going 6. Clippers in 6, and possibly probably 5. I just feel like it's just simple. I just feel like we just got way too many like, so to say, like way too many scores on our team, like just that can just go off at any time. And it's like the defense matter. Like they like what, bottom of the league in defense. Like I feel like we can make them more uncomfortable, way more than they can make us uncomfortable. I feel like you know what I'm saying. We can turn them on, make them turnover prone and stuff like that. And then like the matchups we got on defense compared to the offense, like you put Harden on Gordon, put Kawhi on MPJ, neutralize him. He ain't gonna put the ball on the ground. Dunn, we gonna see what happens with Jamal Murray and his hamstring injury and like that, how he feeling. But Zoo is probably the greatest matchup for Jokic that it is probably in the league, probably other than Gobert probably. And I just feel like, yeah, like obviously like throughout all the matches we had, like they gonna probably play Zoo straight up with Jokic the whole time. Of course, they're gonna probably send like late double teams just to get him off balance, so we won't be so predictable with it. So it's gonna be tough though. But then also we talking about Jokic's defense, like talking about his offense, but we can wear him out on defense. Like just keep putting him in actions. Like if he try to play 48 minutes a game, like that's just gonna wear him down, and he not even gonna probably even play defense, even play offense like that. Like, you know what I'm saying? So that's the whole key, just to wear him down and just, you know what I'm saying. That's why I see it going 5. Like I see us splitting the game in Denver, and like we one of the best home teams in the league. So I feel like we probably take 2 at home. That's why I feel like we can go probably just 5, and then Kawhi can just end it at in Mile High. So that's how I feel about the whole thing.
Yep.
Thank you. Go Clippers.
Let me go to Bruce. What's good, Bruce?
What's up, BJ? What's up, everybody?
What's up, Bruce?
Good ride.
Hope you guys had a good week. I'm excited that it's the weekend. We're about to see some playoff games. Clippers hold the Nuggets for the elimination a couple years ago in the bubble. With no bias, I think Clippers should sweep the Nuggets or win in 5. If Clippers play the way they're supposed to play, if they go around and play a lot of small, they're gonna play a lot of small ball. They're gonna extend the series because Jokic doesn't really have a backup. Jamal Murray is not really healthy. Gordon is not 100%. So it's basically Jokic who's doing everything. So Zubac, I'm not saying Zubac has to stop Jokic, just make him tired because he's gonna play a lot of minutes. So Clippers just win game 1. If you win game 1, you're in the driver's seat. So there's no way that Clippers should lose the series. No way. You have all the advantage. Kawhi is playing at a level that if he maintains that level, he's healthy. I don't think a team can beat the Clippers. It will depend on Harden. I'm not a Harden fan, but he has been playing okay the last couple of games. So one thing I don't like to do is disrespecting other teams. Okay, so even though I'm picking the Clippers to win the series, let's not disrespect the Nuggets. Clippers could have been in the play-in too. So saying that the Nuggets are trash or whatever, that's crazy. They already was in a better seed than the Clippers. Clippers, if they lost to the Warriors, they could have been in the play-in. So let's not forget that. So Clippers have to take the Nuggets seriously, win game 1, and then go from there.
Absolutely, Bruce. That's a fact. Take these guys serious, man. Don't play with them.
I agree.
I say Alphabet beat the crap out of them. Y'all tripping. Go Clippers.
Man.
JM, y'all
guy,
got the
bro.
upper hand, bro.
JM is funny as shit, bro.
For real. I
mean,
mean,
I don't
shit,
know,
man.
bro.
Kawhi's gonna have a hell of a fucking series, man. I can't wait to see this shit.
Nobody on my team is trying to have compassion. We're gonna beat the crap out of Denver. We're gonna win
JM,
this
y'all do
game.
got Tyronn Lue.
JM's a comedian, bro.
Our players got figured it out how to win by ourselves. Well, we got even Ty Lue actually gave props to Brian Shaw. He actually did it. So the whole time I was saying Brian Shaw could actually be the one coaching.
We got the coaching advantage.
Actually the one coaching.
You think Tyronn Lue gonna run that small ball bullcrap, JM?
Hey, that small ball could have beat
He gonna run
Denver.
that full guard lineup?
We always beat
has
Denver
Ben
with
Simmons
small
been
ball.
exposed?
We always know.
Clippers got the coaching advantage.
Man, we always beat Denver with small
We
ball.
definitely
We beat them with Reggie Jackson before they got Reggie Jackson. We beat them with Russ.
Come on,
before
Jam.
they
That's years
got
ago,
Russ.
Jam. Come on, stop
We
that, Jam.
always beat Denver
Oh my
with
gosh.
freaking small ball. For real. For real. We play y'all man up. Y'all team ain't that big. We ain't got to double team nobody.
JM, so you
nigga,
say you
y'all.
got this going in this week?
JM's a real nigga.
You know, I'm straight up. Y'all gonna
He's
win
a
one
real
game.
nigga.
Maybe.
You got them sweeping
One
Denver?
game, maybe. We're gonna sweep y'all. It's
JM ain't sweat.
mathematically.
Okay.
Hey,
I like to pass that though. Kawhi about to have a hell of a series, bro.
On some
He is about to cook.
Hey, if he's really
Hey,
separate,
man.
like if you're a gambler, just match your players against our players. You ain't gotta question me or nothing. Who Denver got compared to who we got? Now,
It's
who
not.
win?
It's not that far off. It's just one piece.
Well, like
They
I
got
said, let's
DeAndre
just not take
Jordan,
him.
Reggie
Let's not take him
Jackson, Russell
serious.
Westbrook, Vic Najee.
Y'all can have. Who is that? We got Dunn.
Hey, come
We
on,
got
Jam. That's
Bigger
disrespectful,
Bogey.
Jam.
We got Ben. We
Yeah,
got.
that thing
Ben's not gonna be
We
playing.
got
But JM,
Batum.
but
We
JM,
got
No, Ben Simmons will get
hold
time.
on, JM.
No,
JM,
We
you
got
gotta
Ben's
think
not.
about it. You know how
Kawhi.
playoffs go, JM.
JM, they got
We got
Reggie Jackson.
Kawhi. We got a big zoo. Who y'all got again? We got a
Hey, I
Powell.
ain't gonna lie, he's
We
glazing the
got
glass.
Harden.
Basketball,
We got
basketball,
Harden.
basketball is
They got
not
Reggie
play on
Jackson.
paper. Basketball is not play on paper. If the
We got a
Clippers go out
Harden.
there,
We
Thank you,
got
if
bro.
the
Harden.
Clippers, if the Clippers go out there and they said, "Oh, we have big names, we're gonna sweep." If they
Yeah,
try,
that's what
if
we're
they,
supposed to think.
if
No.
if the
A winner
Clippers,
thinks that you're gonna
if
win. I
the
don't know what
Clippers,
philosophy you
if
got.
the Clippers
Look,
go,
hey,
if the
we think
Clippers,
that we're gonna
if
win.
the
We think
Hey,
Clippers,
that we win. That's how we think.
JM, let Bruce say something, bro.
if the
Let him say
Clippers
something.
go
So
into
watch
game
this.
one, if the Clippers go into game one, think, okay, say, okay, we're gonna try to sweep. They're gonna lose the series. They have to go and win game one, and then we go
We're
from
not
there.
losing. We're not losing. I'm on a different level. We're not losing, period.
I don't care what level you are, brother. I don't care.
We're sweeping. We're
I'm just
sweeping
saying my
numbers.
opinion.
It's going
I
to be
don't
a
care.
sweep.
I
I
don't care about
guarantee
your
you.
opinion.
5 games.
JM,
It's going to be ugly. It's going to be the worst beat down ever.
hey,
Watch.
JM, but JM, everyone came in the chat and said Clippers are gonna win. I don't think anyone said
The
Nuggets
worst
gonna win
beat down
except
ever. Okay.
except
I'm
LeBron.
saying it's going to be a beat down. I'm calling it a beat. I'll step it
All
up.
right.
I
All right.
answer
If
the
the
clock.
Clippers
I
go
said more in the
lose
clock.
game one,
It's
you
going to be
the
a beat
first
down.
person who's gonna come here and cry.
No, I'm not. It's going to be a beat down. Guarantee it's going to
All
be.
right.
It's going to be.
Oh,
I don't know about that, but
Man, I
Bruce,
hope. Hey, I'm gonna say
Man,
this. I hope Denver isn't watching
I
this
got money on
podcast.
the Clippers, man.
it's going to be a beat
Money
down.
on them boys.
I
Hey,
hope
Go
Denver
win.
JM, if y'all
isn't
lose,
watching this
JM,
podcast,
if
B.
y'all lose the
We don't
first
want to give
game,
them
are you
no
gonna get
board material.
It's
JM?
going
If
to be
y'all
a
get
massacre.
JM, if
Right.
y'all
I
get
hope
blown
it's
out the
not either.
Massacre.
floor,
Yeah.
JM,
Massacre. Why?
JM, if
The
y'all
A
get
way
blown out the
Jay is
floor the
massacre.
first
talking,
game, are you gonna keep the same energy?
like, let's just win the game first. Let's win
We're
one
gonna
game first.
win. I ain't got. Did you hear me doubt
JM.
anything? I
So you're
said
not
we're
gonna be
gonna
scared
win.
if y'all get blown out the
I
first
said
game?
we're gonna
You're not gonna be
win. It's
scared?
gonna be a massacre. I
I don't
stand
know
on
about
that.
that,
a
T Sleazy,
massacre.
but
All
You
right.
the
I
reason.
stand
You the
on
reason
that
why a lot of people hate
massacre.
Clipper fans.
It's gonna be the worst fucking playoffs they've ever seen in their life.
Oh
Watch.
hey,
my God.
JM is a real. I'm telling you, a real nigga.
Hey,
He funny as
hey,
shit.
I
That's
ain't
a
even gonna
real
lie
Clippers
though.
fan right there, man.
I ain't gonna lie, man. All I will say is I would
That's a big
not be
thing too.
surprised that if the Clippers come out in game one and blow the Nuggets out.
I wouldn't be surprised either.
And like I really won't be surprised about that. I
Honestly,
think
let us
JM
do
got
that
some
first, and
credence.
then damn start talking crazy.
Mm,
Let's
Can,
do
No,
it. Let's do the
I
action
understand.
first.
can we wait until the Clippers score the
Well,
That's
no,
first
what I'm
try?
saying. Let's do the action first.
Yo,
Watch
well,
this.
Rob,
yo,
I ain't gonna lie,
Watch
bro.
this. I don't
The
even
trash
say
talk.
this just because I'm a fan, right? Just let me finish this. I don't say this because I'm a fan of Clippers. I don't say this just because I like Kawhi. I say this like if I was a gambling man and I not studied both teams, I can honestly see that Denver
Yeah,
has
you're gonna lose
absolutely
everything.
nobody who can stop anybody on our team. It's
Didn't you say
literally
you
a
was bad at
blowout.
gambling?
It's literally a
Well,
blowout.
it's gonna be a battle of
Literally,
defensive
I mean,
execution,
he's
really.
not. He's
player
not
for
lying. I
player,
mean,
player
I'm
for
Rob,
sorry,
player,
he's lying. He's lying. He said
player
there's
for player,
nobody on the
fam.
Nuggets that
Player
can
for
stop
player.
anybody on the
hey,
Clippers.
Rob,
That's a
trash
lie.
talking
Player
does
for
start before
player.
the game,
Listen,
Rob.
That's a
That's what Michael
lie,
Jordan
man.
said, bro.
Huh?
You hear me,
how
Rob?
many players Denver got to
Say it
give?
again, Kurt.
How many people Denver got to
No,
give?
I
Who
because
Denver
promise you,
started
but it's
I
with?
think the only
possible.
person that can really guard Harden is
Yo,
Christian Braun
yeah,
on
name
that
Denver
team.
stars. You think
Christian
I'm
Brown, he
tripping?
said he
Name
can't
Denver
guard Harden,
stars.
bro. Harden
Yeah,
gonna blow
he
past
gave
him.
him
Hell
trouble the
no.
last. I think the first time
Who
they
gonna
played.
He
check
did.
Powell? You forgot about
Yeah,
Powell. Who was DJ J? You
because
forgot about
he's a little
him.
taller than Harden actually, and he's got good
Come
lateral
on,
quickness.
man.
And if you
yeah,
watch the highlights from when he dropped 39 points, none of them are on Christian Braun.
And Kawhi gonna be the last person to get checked, right? Because you gotta go through everybody else first. You ain't even gonna even reach Kawhi because you got Dunn, we got Powell up there. we got Bogey still scoring. So y'all got to worry about checking nuts. See, y'all
JM is
flip
cursing the
it.
Clippers.
Hey,
I hope Clippers
The
fan you
team got
pray
to clear up because you don't have enough
oh,
defenders.
he's
oh yeah, I'm just
Mentally,
trying to
cursing.
you
say
don't
this.
have enough defenders.
If
It really
Ben
You know what
could
Simmons
I
be
gets
mean?
that simple though.
exposed,
It
against the
is that
Warriors.
you literally you don't have enough
It really could
defenders,
be that
right?
simple though.
So you cannot double team anybody on that team, right? No team that anything. Listen, not even cap. Name one team that got enough defenders that can stop anybody on that. Like, look how many
What?
scorers we got.
What? They
We
don't
got
double
Man,
too
team
many
Kawhi.
you're
That's why they
going
don't.
overboard now.
They
How
don't
No,
many
double
let's
team.
let's
defenders
just
do
let's
teams
just stay
got?
on Denver. Let's just stay on Denver first. Let's stay on Denver
It's
first.
gonna be 5
Let's
games.
stay on
I'm not
Denver.
even worried about Denver. I'm worried about
Man,
who
Bam
the
is going
next
crazy right
I'm
now, bro.
I'm worried about Denver still. I
He's
still
going
want us to
crazy.
win first. Let's
Them.
win first.
Yeah,
Let's win
yeah.
first.
Well,
Let's
hey,
win
I hear
first.
you.
I know a
I
lot of
hear
you
Yeah.
you.
guys are good
I
on
hear
Ben
you.
Simmons, but the reason why I
Yeah.
don't think he's getting minutes is because I think he got exposed against the Warriors. I think his unwillingness to shoot and overpassing is going to carry over in film, and he's just not. He's basically going to be unplayable.
We don't even need Ben
Ben
to
been out
beat Denver.
on
We
Simmons.
don't even need Ben to beat Denver. Denver
I agree with
outside
that.
of
I do agree with that. You're right
Well,
about
Ben
that.
played
we
better with
don't
Nico.
need
He
Ben
played
to
with Nico
beat
out
them.
there. He looked different, bro. I promise you.
Denver
They didn't
can't
have
even
Nico against
score.
Golden State.
Hey, Phil, Denver can't even score. Joker scored, had a triple double, 60 points, 30 something, 30 whatever, and they still lost. Are you
That's because of
kidding
Russell
me?
Westbrook.
One person stopped y'all. Oh, that's sad then. Cause we already know Denver. We already know Russ gonna fuck up. So that's real sad. You even counted on him. So we're gonna sweep y'all straight up.
you know what I learned in watching NBA? When you expect something, the opposite always happens. So you
Ooh,
talk
don't say
all
that,
that
Bruce.
crap.
Don't say that.
Hey, there's no
Yeah,
way
that's why the
possible.
Kings will win.
There is no
All
They
right.
got the
way
answer.
That's
nothing
true. Though. That's
that
true.
possible, fam.
Underestimate
There's
Denver
no way
at your own
possible.
risk.
It's
That
not
is
gonna
true,
I
Bruce.
happen.
hope the
It's
Clippers
not.
are not
Y'all hope is written on the
I hope the
star. There's
Clippers
no
do not
way
have DM
possible
ring
Denver gonna beat us.
because these
Ain't no
guys.
way
Oh,
possible.
Why you think
No
I
way.
am like the way I am, Bruce? Because I'm a Clipper fan and I know
That's
how
wrong.
we've been
Yeah,
through
you
in the
a
past.
fighter. Man, ain't no way
We've been through
possible.
it in the past.
I,
There's
Man,
no
I
way you
I
could be
listen.
remember I
look, Dan,
remember
there's no way you
Clippers.
could be a Clipper fan and not take that
I
into
remember
account as a
Clippers
Clipper
going to
fan.
the series, and
Man, I'm a
we
gambler too. Why you
We
it ain't
man,
hey,
nothing
we were
gonna
man,
supposed to
happen,
win a lot of
bro.
series. Look, we were supposed to win a lot of series and what
Denver's
happened?
not beating us, fam.
No,
Denver
I
not
Well, I
said,
just
hey
beating us.
think
Dan,
you're
we
gonna
were
Denver,
lose.
supposed to win a lot
they're
of
not
series.
gonna
We were
beat
up
us.
3-1 to Denver a couple years ago. We were supposed to win that. What
We
happened?
not sure. And this is
Well,
just
What
I
happened?
think Joker's gonna
2025.
be on the bench writing up plays, man.
Come on,
He's
man.
gonna be on it.
2025. We're
To
gonna
sit
beat
here
the
and act like
crap
the
out of
Clippers
them.
past don't mean nothing, man. You come on, bro. We were supposed to win a
We're
lot
gonna
of
beat the
series in the
crap
past
out
10
of them. Nah,
years.
past don't mean nothing. It's the present. That was
Yeah, you're
yesterday.
right.
This
It's
is
the
today.
present. That's
All
why
right, so
exactly
let's
why
get it
I
done.
say 6 games. I don't sit here and try to gloat and say,
Hey,
"Oh, we're
that's
gonna whoop their
you.
ass and all
Okay,
that."
that's you. That's
No,
your
man.
opinion. I'm knocking your opinion.
We
Okay.
still take teams serious over here. We take teams
Okay.
serious.
Okay. That's your opinion. I say
Yeah,
Hey,
you're
I
right.
5.
told you he's a
All
You're
real
right.
right.
nigga,
Your
Rob. He
opinion
ain't
is
trying to
crazy
listen
as
to you.
hell.
All right. So be it. So be it. I
Yeah,
got 5
Denver's.
games.
You got to worry about Denver.
You still gotta take teams serious, man. Acting like every team like Denver's just straight trash is crazy.
That's you. That's
Because
you.
we don't even know what
Let
Yeah,
it
defensive
go.
what you
strategy
mean?
Denver's gonna pull
You
out.
don't
Let
want
it
nothing
go.
crazy about it, bro.
Let it go. I got him in 5. Let it go. Argue with somebody
This
else.
dude is not a real Clippers fan. Clippers
Man,
fan
this dude is crazy as
already
hell.
know.
That's what he is.
Clippers fan already know. When Clippers should have won a lot of series already.
Y'all starting to sound
Thank you,
like
bro.
real life
Thank
Can
you,
I
bro.
can I
fans.
finish,
Y'all
sir?
started, yo,
Can I
I could
finish,
have
sir?
sworn I've been bigging up my
God
team
damn,
the whole
Jam.
time.
Can I
Y'all
finish?
stand by.
Man, we
Y'all
need an
stand by.
antivirus man here. Oh
Y'all
my God.
stand by, man. Straight my
He's saying
life.
standbys because he can't even work a computer. Old ass.
Oh damn. Oh man, that's crazy,
How do
yo.
you know how old I am? You don't even know me. What the fuck you where did
I
that come from?
I can hear
Oh
you
man,
how old
I
you is.
told you you're a real nigga, Rob. Watch out.
No, because y'all stand
Nah,
bys. That's why.
he about 19.
Put
He
the
He
about
fuck
19.
up.
Oh, he
19. Yo, he
19.
funny
That's
as shit.
Hey,
crazy.
yo, go Clippers, man. I'm out. Go Clippers, man. Y'all go ahead and hate our team all you want. And still on the Clipper page.
Nobody said
That's
hate
y'all
on the
business.
team. Look, you talking
Being a
crazy,
Clippers
bro. Like I
fan means
said.
that no objectivity, right? No objectivity. Just blindly say crazy things.
Oh, he left.
Thank you, man.
He
Thank you.
definitely
Got up
left,
out of
bro.
here, man. Talking, man. Come on, bro.
That's all he do, bro. Is talk.
Yeah,
It's
he
crazy.
just be saying he just be talking, man.
He really do, bro. Like he got no filter. It just keep going, bro. It just keep going
It's
until the
like
water
we
get
not
dirty as
saying we
hell.
hate our team. Me and Bruce aren't saying we hate the Clippers, bro. We just being realistic, bro. We
Look
not
at the
just
Bro,
gonna
no
sit
Pelicans
here
lie.
playing
and
game one.
Yeah, bro. But
He
that's
just
what
have to do that,
happens.
lose all his money at gambling, man.
Yeah, bro. But I ain't gonna lie, bro. But I ain't gonna lie to you, bro. He a real fan, bro. Cause that's how real fans act, bro. They act like this is a religion, and
No,
they and
that's
they, and they
insane,
worship.
fan. That's not real fan.
No, but Bruce, that's what a fan is, bro. The fans really act. I've seen
No,
fans,
the
bro.
fanatic,
Fans
the
really act
fanatic.
like that,
Yep.
bro.
that's delusional. I was there when I thought the Clippers were gonna win against the Rockets, and I was like, "What the heck happened?" I was there when the Clippers lost to the Thunder, and
Thank
then
you.
and Chris Paul choked. I was
Thank
there
you.
when Chris Paul got hurt in the middle of the game, and Blake Griffin got hurt the same series, and we
Oh
lost to
damn.
Portland. I was there. Okay.
I
We
thought he
was,
must be hurt after that
we was
Rockets
there,
series.
bro. Like this is why we don't just say we're gonna whoop up on a team, bro. Like as a Clipper fan, you should never be saying that.
Oh, Bruce was there for it. I know Bruce. You was there for it all, bro.
Yes,
Bro,
I was there.
who was there for the Rockets series, man?
Bro,
When
we were
Corey
supposed to, like
Brewer
you
and
said, we
Josh
were
Smith
supposed to
turned
beat
into
those teams. And what happened?
LeBron
We
and
Clippers were
Kobe.
supposed to beat the Thunder, Portland, the Rockets. Come on, man. I was there.
Yep.
I was there
yeah,
when
bro.
Chris Paul hit that shot with one leg against the Spurs. I was like, oh
Spurs,
man,
I remember that.
this is our
Like
year.
I said, it's okay. Taz just said they were gonna win a 5. I'm not arguing with Taz about it because he's just saying he's saying what he feels. But when you're over here dogging the other team and saying they're trash and we're gonna lock them down, it's like, come on, bro. Now you do it. You front running. Come on, stop doing that.
Yeah, he
Yeah,
sound
Like
but
like a
that's just.
Lakers fan.
But y'all know that's JM, bro. That's what I'm saying. He a super fan, bro. That's why I'm trying to tell Bruce like football fans act way worse than him, bro. It's actually
I mean,
ridiculous. It's actually
it's
scary,
gonna be
bro.
in Denver. There's the
Yeah,
environment. There's gonna be the fans. You don't know what's
Like,
gonna happen.
bro, you don't know what's gonna happen, bro. You
yeah.
can
I
never
think
sit here and claim something's gonna unless it's in your control, bro. That's not in our control. We can sit here and say, oh, they're gonna win in 5, but we don't know what's gonna happen.
yeah.
Yeah. You know, I
Like
think
I
we
think
take
that
game one
Zubac.
and we'll see the
Yeah,
adjustments they make from there.
That's what I'm
yeah. That's
saying.
why I
Let's
keep.
win
Yeah,
first. Let's win. Let's get a
yeah.
win first. Let's win the first
I
game
think.
first.
Yeah. That's what I'm saying. I think that Zubac thing is like that can either go good or bad, bro. Either Jokic is going to
Absolutely.
dominate him.
Yeah.
That's why, like, or he's not going to get. Like, I really think the Nuggets is going to be like, let's get Zubac out the game, bro. That's like in my head, like they're gonna be like, let's just get him out the game. Cause think about who they gonna abuse on. They're gonna abuse Chris Dunn. They're gonna try to abuse Zubac to me. They're gonna put him in pick and rolls. They're gonna be like, Jokic, shoot that shot in his face. Pull up,
Yep.
keep
Pick and
shooting them
pop.
threes in his face
You can do pick and pop.
until he presses up and
That's what
then
they've
put him
been
in the
doing
post.
the whole time.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's what they're going. I mean, but they're gonna try to. But
They
now in
gon'
the playoffs, he gonna abuse the shit out of that. Like it's
If
not regular season. They're gonna try to abuse that shit. Like,
they
Tyloo,
gonna let
Tyloo should
plans to let Jokic shoot. They gonna let him shoot.
it's gonna be a
Tyloo
different
They
should
series,
know that
bro.
he
Big
should not
Batum there.
lose. Tyloo
That's
should
why I'm
know that
going
he should
Jokic
not
3.
lose to the Nuggets coach. He just got there, so
I,
you should not be losing to David Alderman.
but I'm gonna say
He
this
was the
though,
assistant
Bruce.
coach, wasn't he? No.
I'm
Yeah,
gonna say this though, Bruce. It doesn't matter about the coach. You know, Jokic is the coach over there, bro. He runs all the plays. Jokic don't give a fuck
Yeah, he
about the.
gonna be
That's
on
why he
that
didn't care
bench,
about
that
Mike
marker
Malone.
soon, man. As soon as
Bro,
they start
Jokic
losing.
is like, bro, give me the ball. Give me the ball. You go in the corner. I'm gonna go in the post. Okay, they're gonna all right, boom, right here. They don't need no damn coach. Are you serious? Jokic don't give a fuck about no damn coach over there. He is the coach, bro. He's the coach.
I don't care. Jokic can score 70 points. Don't let him pass the ball. That's all he wants to do.
That's what
He
I'm
can score
saying. Yeah,
70 points.
Yeah.
Yeah,
he's
honestly,
really
that's
the
gonna be
coach.
the game plan, bro. Just let him score and keep everybody else locked up.
That's it, bro. But yeah, not for real. For real, bro.
To say Jokic is the coach, I understand, but that is the problem in itself, man.
I
In my
agree.
opinion, yes,
Absolutely.
he is the coach, but all the role players
All
need
plays,
a
man,
coach.
and score.
I
So,
You
agree.
know, it's
That's
gonna
why.
be a hard series because their coach is brand fucking new. I'm not saying that he's a bad coach. Hell, I ain't never seen the man coach a game. You know what I'm saying? But at the same
Yeah.
time, you could be the greatest coach, but still you'll need time to develop players to, buy into a system that you're trying to run. So that can go a terrible way, honestly. If y'all really want to talk about how things can go, A
Which
lot
is
of
why
shit
I
can
said,
implode
which is
for
why I
Denver.
said what you were saying about 5 games. I'm like, that's valid. That's valid to think that, you know.
Yeah, yeah.
So
I do
You
agree
know,
with
I'm
you
gonna
on
give
that,
my
bro.
objective reasoning behind everything that I say, bro. Don't worry about that.
It definitely can go bad, bro. But I don't know. Like, it depends, bro. Because it's like I don't know if this team like pretty much runs plays by themselves. Like when I say Jokic, because we say Jokic is the coach because he runs plays and he's a very smart player. So it's like when they get in the floor, especially him and Jamal Murray in the pick and roll, and then you have some of the core that still play with each other. Like the coach might say something, and then the game start going. You be like, Jokic is like he give a little head nod. He be like, nah, man. When he wink at the other dude, like, nah, don't do that. Like just stay right there. And I'm just going. You know what I'm saying? Like you know how it is on the floor, bro. You get on the floor and you like, oh yeah, we're not doing that, bro. We're not doing that. Like, nah, like let's just run this. Jokic is gonna give a head nod, like tell you to cut. Like he gonna move his head. You gonna cut. He like, all right, fuck it. I'm just gonna go in the post and just try to score. Like it's gonna be, I don't know. It's a like the coach is gonna matter, but it's not gonna really matter because they pretty much know what they're doing, bro. Like at
hey,
I
this
Kurt.
point,
Oh, my
I,
bad. Hey, Kurt.
I
Hey,
think
Kurt.
Clippers should
Go ahead.
win
Earl.
game 1. It's a
what'd you
must-win
say,
game.
Rob?
No, I was hearing what Bruce said. What would you say, Bruce?
I said Clippers should win game 1. That's a
Yeah,
must-win game.
They
Yes,
better win game
absolutely.
one.
must
I
win.
agree.
Get that.
I just
Take
think
back
it's
home
good for the
court. That's what we
optics.
need.
It's good for the optics if we win the first game for us, man.
Yeah.
I
You
mean,
know,
hell, even Kawhi himself is actually a pretty damn good game one secure, man. Like going
That
into
is
a
true.
road game, Kawhi is, in my opinion, one of the best at changing the momentum of a complete
In order for
series
the
in
game.
that game one. You know what I'm
absolutely.
saying?
I agree.
So
And the way he's
I
been
believe
moving,
that
Taz, like
game
you
one real
said,
good. Cat.
hey Taz, like you said, the way he been moving on defense, man, they better be worried because he's gonna come out
Yeah.
there like a
Said
Hey,
James
What?
gave the Celtics 45 game 1, man.
Who did?
James.
James Harden?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, he did do that.
yeah, he did,
That was the second round though, right? That was the second round though.
Yeah.
and then choked it.
Yeah,
But
I ain't
James
gonna lie.
Harden
I
will
They
see.
get my
made
respect
adjustments, man.
in the
How many
finals.
adjustments? You saw the series? How many adjustments they made? A
I'm
lot.
not. Yeah.
We
I'm
talking
not gonna
about
lie,
Yeah.
four
bro.
court press, double team. They
Yeah,
made sure
I
that
see.
nigga wasn't getting off.
I see the Clippers running a lot of ice football between James Harden and Kawhi. That's what I really honestly see, y'all. I'm not gonna even lie to y'all. I see James Harden and Kawhi trying to like really like go ISO and just try to take
I
over
mean,
most of the game.
they
hey
carried the team against Golden State, man. When the
hey
other
y'all,
guys weren't getting off.
to
Yeah,
change the subject real quick, just change it because I know Kirk an OKC fan. What you think of the possibility that y'all could play Mavs in the first round?
I think they're
Oh,
gonna dog the Mavs if they get there.
Because this game tonight
I can
actually gonna
tell
be
you why
good, bro.
though.
Between Mavs and Memphis, bro. Ooh, if Memphis loses this game tonight, bro, I
nah, they're not.
I think Memphis is
They're gonna
gonna
be in
win, but if
I don't
if
know. They
OKC
got
face,
Anthony Davis and Klay Thompson over there, so you
there.
never
I ain't gonna
know.
lie, bro. If OKC face the
That
Mavs,
was
they're
luck.
gonna dog them, bro.
I-
They're gonna remember
If
what
I'm
happened last
OKC,
year.
I want Dallas to win tonight.
When did Klay Thompson hit 5 threes? That's luck. I never
Okay,
seen anybody
if
hit
I'm
Klay Thompson
OKC,
5
I
threes
want
in
Dallas to
Golden
win
State, man.
because Memphis can upset the OKC. Okay.
I just
Possibly, but they're not disciplined enough.
didn't think the Mavs would even
They
be
got
here at this moment. It's
Because
crazy.
no one can guard Shea. No one can guard Shea, and then they can't really guard the other
Oh
players on
Lord,
their
here we
bench.
go.
Nah,
No
they
one
I,
can
can go.
guard
no,
Shea
I'm just
as
being
long as they're
honest.
not getting free
That's nothing
throws.
about no
20 free
fanboy
throws a
stuff,
game.
bro.
All
They can
right.
guard Shea.
So who's guarding Shea on the Memphis then? Bruce, since you over there saying, huh? Like what?
Memphis is on. They
That's
look like
just
they about to be on their way out too, bro.
I mean,
I ain't gonna
Memphis
lie.
will be out in the first round, obviously.
Either way,
But
Thunder face Dallas 4-1. If they face Memphis 4-2, that's what it is.
OKC is
Okay.
losing in the second round to
Seriously,
Clippers, so that's
yeah,
it.
OKC is
seriously.
sweeping whoever gets to the first round, man.
Honestly.
Honestly, yeah. That's not even enough.
Both of
Like,
them
that's like
teams is
yeah.
garbage.
Yeah.
I ain't gonna say they're garbage. I ain't gonna say that. That's crazy.
If
I'm
we
just
beat the
saying,
Mavs like
I'll
30
be
points
laughing
back
if
to back
Memphis
or
loses
something,
this
man.
game tonight because Memphis, like, they fell hard, man. So if they lose this game tonight, man, they all got to get fired.
I think Memphis is missing Brooks. They're missing
Memphis
the
lose.
head. They're missing Dylan Brooks. They're missing him.
John
Mm,
Moran
That's a
is
good
not a
They
point,
number
can
bro.
one
make the
option, man.
playoffs, man.
yeah,
That's a
sounds
good
like it,
point.
huh? John
Memphis
Moran
is
does
a
sound
tough
like a
team
first
though. I like
option.
that. Memphis is tough. Dallas is still a good team though, but they just missing obviously Kyrie and then The other dude that went down, Hardy, I think, whatever his name is.
I'm just
You,
saying, don't
you
be
think
surprised if the Mavs somehow pull it out, though, Kurt. I'll
you
be
think Golden State will get past the Rockets?
I'm sorry, Clay.
Right.
Clay's not gonna give you this
What'd
all
you
the time.
say?
I say you think Golden State can get past the Rockets?
I think they definitely can. I
No,
keep hearing, but I keep
They
hearing
can.
everywhere that Rockets is really this good ass team that everyone keeps doubting. So it feels like the
I
Rockets is
think
going to win this series.
I think it
I don't know
depends on
why.
how physical they let them be with Curry.
Oh, they might just take them out the series then.
I ain't even gonna lie. If I was the Rockets going into that series, I'd be more worried about Jimmy Butler than Curry.
Yeah,
Mm.
there's Butler back.
Y'all
Yeah,
got a good
He's
yeah.
point,
different,
bro.
bro. He's different, bro.
I got Golden State though in probably 7 games.
Well, everybody's talking about the 3 points. Amen Thompson is the Curry stopper. So Curry is
Curry
gonna hit
stopper.
it.
I think the Warriors gonna have the whistle, in my opinion.
I think
That might
Kuminga
be a
has to
fact.
play though. Like you got to play him in that
They
series.
not gonna play that man, bro. We need to
That's
get that
sad.
shit up. We need to get that shit up.
They might lose the
Steve Kerr
series, low key.
bullshit, man. Nah, they need athleticism in this series, bro.
I
That's
agree.
all I'm
As
saying.
I agree.
Oh, they got the small ball. Yeah, we're gonna see.
Yeah.
I'm about to say I keep hearing. So here's my thing about the Rockets, right? And this I'm gonna ask y'all about this. I keep hearing the Rockets is very tough, and I'm not saying they're not a very tough team. And like people really think the Rockets is really like a top tier team. I'm not saying they aren't though. So if they are a top tier team, why is OKC not a top tier team in people's eyes, right? Because they play exactly the same defense to me and have better players. But a lot of people
They don't
talk
have
about the Rockets like they better than OKC, and I'm like, yo, like
Rockets are not that tough. They're fake tough.
No,
I keep
they
hearing about it though, bro. I heard NBA players talk about it. I heard y'all talk
Yeah, they're
about it. I
not
said
that
the
tough,
Rockets
man.
must be
yeah,
this
they're not.
elite ass team coming into
They're
the
not that.
playoffs, bro.
Then Denver beat
I'm
the
like,
hell out of them just recently with their guys.
that's true. What y'all think? How y'all think the Rockets is like a legit team?
I mean, they're in the playoff.
I don't
They
know.
legit a little bit, I guess.
Well, I'll tell you, OKC will win their round before Rockets will.
You never
man.
know. Joker's a
OKC
pretty good
is the
coach.
most overrated
That's
team
true.
right
So,
now. So.
I ain't even gonna lie to y'all, man. The separator is the fact that OKC had Shea. If the
Yeah.
Rockets had a number one, if Jalen Green was as dynamic as Shea is at getting into his spots and converting a bucket, the Rockets team would be one of the best teams in the NBA. Period, man. I ain't even
I
gonna lie to
mean,
you. They got the identity
Jalen
of a
Green is not a
championship
free
and
coach
throw
Green
over there.
free throw person.
has
So
had a couple bad games recently. So we'll
I think
Jalen
see.
he's
Green
pretty good.
reminds me of Russell Westbrook, though, how fast he played. Like, he just played too fast sometimes. Like, slow
Yeah,
down. He
yeah.
just slow down.
And that's gonna be the Rockets' Achilles heel going into these series. Just not having experience, man. They don't know how to slow the ball down. They can barely score in the half court. You know what I'm saying? So the Rockets are gonna have a big problem with Golden State. I'm not saying that they just gonna whoop Golden State ass, but I do think that the Rockets have way more defense than people expect. Because
Well,
Amin Thompson,
I
I
see
hear
what you're
you,
saying.
Bruce.
Rockets
Bruce,
got
I hear
size,
you.
man.
Amin Thompson is a fucking dog, bro. Like, and the only defense that I've seen out of somebody like that is Kawhi, like a younger
what?
Kawhi. Like,
Come on,
I'm
man.
dead ass serious. No, that on ball
He's I'm
defense
dead
that
ass
Amin
serious.
Thompson,
Come on,
like,
man.
He
I'm
can
trying to
play
let you,
defense. Damn.
yeah, I got an eye for talent, bro. I'm
We'll
trying to
see
let y'all
Sunday
know.
if Curry
Hey,
dropped 52 on him. So we'll see.
5 years from now, Amon Thompson is going to be a top 10 player in the NBA.
Yeah.
Mark my words.
I remember a couple of years ago they said Devin Booker was Kobe. So
I never said that shit. You ain't hear that shit come out of my mouth. You got me fucked up. I ain't gonna never say a motherfucker Kobe if he don't play no motherfucking defense. Hell no. That's why I like Amon Thompson. You can always develop a jump shot. He got the game
they
down.
said
He can slow the
Kuminga was
game down
Kawhi last
himself.
year. They said Kuminga was Kawhi. Golden State
Oh,
fans said.
that's
I did
crazy.
hear somebody
No,
say
that's
some
crazy.
bullshit like that, too.
That's
That's
crazy.
crazy word.
That's
He
just
didn't
two
even play.
completely
What was
different
wrong with him?
players, man.
Injury?
Niggas be
Man.
saying anything, bro.
Nah, for
Honestly.
real.
Niggas be saying anything, but nah, he's right. Thompson, he is a dog though, bro. I didn't think he was like that until I started watching his highlights and watch some of his games. That's he's actually He's very
Look,
talented, bro. He's athletically gifted and he plays
the games
puts
that
the
the
effort in.
Clippers played
Yeah.
him, bro, I was like,
Well,
yeah, this defense is different, bro.
yeah. Like
Yeah.
the thing I like about Amon Thompson, bro, he's a physical guy. You know, he was like Kawhi was like that when he came into the league, bro. He was not gonna give you no fucking 20 points at any, you know, but he will get you defense and he will get you stops. And Amon Thompson is that guy that will get you fucking stops.
I
I'm
think
telling
him
you.
I think him and that other dude, Taz, is really good on defense too. What's the other guy's name? Oh my god, I think he's like a small forward. Oh, for the
Jabari
Rockets.
Smith Jr.
Not Jabari. I think he come off the bench. Oh, what's his name? He's a good defender though. I
Tari
can't remember.
Eason. Tari Eason.
There we go. Yeah,
Is it?
Bruce, that one. Yeah, yeah,
What's
that
his
dude.
name?
Tari Eason.
Who is that?
Yeah,
Yeah,
I gotta go check him out.
yeah, he's pretty good defender. He's a pretty good
I haven't
defender as
watched a lot
well.
of Rockets this
But
year.
I think the Rockets, they're gonna make a trade. They're gonna try to get KD. So I don't know. We'll see.
Ooh, damn, that'd be
Hey,
crazy. I ain't gonna lie.
I'm not. If I was the Rockets, bro, I would go out and get a Trey Young. If that was me, I would go out and get a Trey
Trey
Young. If
Young.
I was the Rockets,
Trey
hell
Young.
Trey
yeah.
Young. Why
They have
What?
Jalen Green. Why do you have
Surround because Jalen Green is not a distributor. Jalen Green can get you in your sets like that. He's not gonna do what Trey Young can do, bro. No, Trey
Well,
Young
he
poses a
plays
hell of
some
a threat
kind
if
of
he
But
has
isn't
that much
man.
defense. That he
isn't
has
that
the
what
defense
Van
around him. He don't need. Okay, all right.
Hey Taz, isn't that what's his name doing holding the ball or playmaking? Isn't what's his name doing it? What's his name?
Halliburton.
No, the point guard for the Rockets.
Van Fleet?
Van Vliet.
Oh, Van Vliet.
Van
Yeah,
Vliet,
no,
yeah.
I'm
Van Vliet.
taking. I'm
He's been
taking
terrible.
Trey
He's
Young.
not
He's
the
not
same.
Trey Young though, bro.
I'm
He's not
taking
Trey
Trey.
Young. He's
I'm
not.
taking Trey Young over Van
I
Vliet.
was yeah, Trey Young's yeah. I'm about to say no. Yeah, I agree with him. Trey Young's definitely. But the thing is, like Taz said, if you give Trey Young those pieces around him and defense, he's gonna thrive, bro. He's actually not
You
gonna hold
think
the
Trey
ball
Young's
too
a
much
better
in his
player than
hands.
Van
We'll
Vliet?
see.
Like all around?
Yes,
Yes, for
yes.
sure. What the hell type? Why is
Di-
everyone keep talking about Van Vliet like he's like that? Like, hold up, bro.
Van Fleet is
Van
Van
not a
Vliet
Vliet
is
is
cool,
starter in the
good.
bro.
league.
What you mean?
Van
Okay.
Vliet's not. Van Vliet is
You
not a
know, do
top.
he play defense? I don't know, bro. I'm just
Not
saying.
like
No,
not
Van
like
Vliet
Van
can
Vliet,
play
bro.
defense. Yeah, Van Vliet can play defense. He has
He
the edge
can.
on him there.
Because I know
But
Trey
on the
Young don't play
offensive
no D.
end, bro, on the offensive
Trey
end,
Clear's more
Trey
the opposite
Young,
end
Trey
though.
Young is an offensive guy. That's it.
yeah, he's going to get
He
you a
clears
bucket.
Van
And the
Vliet.
Rockets
He
need a
clears Van
bucket
Vliet.
getter, bro. Trey Young will be a
Okay.
perfect fit. Yeah,
Okay.
I'm trying to tell you.
I'm
So
trying to
what?
see the
Exactly.
vision.
So you
I hear
trade
where you're
Jalen
coming
Green for
from.
Trey Young?
Honestly, I think it wouldn't be too bad. KD or Trey Young, Rockets would be fine with either or.
I like Trey
I
Young,
Honestly,
wouldn't
man,
trade
and
for
he's
KD.
clutch.
You like
definitely
38, man.
if KD takes Jabari Smith's spot. Oh yeah, that'd be
Nah, I'm
different.
not giving up that young talent for KD at this point in his career, bro.
He
They
injured. He's 38 years old, man. Why would you want to do that?
yeah.
Jabari Smith was the starter and he got benched. So
Did he
why
get
did he
benched?
get benched?
I didn't know he got benched. I don't even watch
Yeah, I didn't
Rockets
even
like
know he
He
that,
got
was
man.
benched. Yeah,
benched
I didn't even know he got benched either.
last
Shit.
couple of games. See?
I mean,
damn.
and they got a hell of a defender on the interior with Steven Adams, bro. And
Yeah,
it's,
it's because of Steven Adams, because Jabari Smith defense is terrible.
I hear that. I
Terrible,
can
crazy.
concede.
Wow, I did not know that.
Damn.
I wouldn't say he's terrible at defense. He's a lengthy defender. He just can get out of position in the times that I've seen him play the Clippers.
I see what you're
Okay.
saying.
All
Yeah.
right.
Yeah, Trey Young definitely a good
So,
fit over there. That's a
who's the
good.
Clippers' toughest matchup? You think in the playoffs?
It's gonna be
Kawhi
OKC
leave.
if we get through Denver.
OKC or Minnesota
Probably
or the
OKC.
Lakers.
I probably. Oh
I would
shit,
say
the Lakers
Minnesota
is
if
the
they make it that
Nah,
far.
hell nah. Minnesota. Who they got
I ain't
outside of
scared.
Anthony
Taz,
Edwards,
I ain't
bro?
scared of the Lakers. I ain't gonna hold you. I ain't scared of
Who? Oh
Lakers.
no. Who
OKC would be
Minnesota
the
got?
easiest one.
Bruce,
Oh,
what? What's Bruce?
damn.
Bruce. The disrespect Bruce be having, bro. Because I don't even get mad, bro. Because I'm a basketball fan. I don't. Bruce is always
Clippers beating
disrespecting
OKC
OKC, bro.
4-1 or 4-0. So
Bruce, I think you just be
Yep.
talking,
If
bro.
they
I think you just be talking, bro.
Hey,
Bruce just be
Bruce
talking
trolling
nah, I
about
like a
mean,
OKC, bro.
the
motherfucker.
refs. I
Bruce,
saw
but
what
you
happened
always,
the
but
last time. If the refs not giving no fouls, it's gonna be easy.
here's my
come on,
thing though,
man.
Bruce. Can you explain why? Like, Bruce, I hear what you're saying. Can you explain it? I want to hear you say why you think that's gonna happen. I don't want to hear no emotions in it. Like, I
Chet
can tell you.
Holmgren cannot defend Zubac. Zubac should average like 30 against Chet.
Okay.
Yeah, but you know, James is gonna struggle. Norman Powell might even struggle as well.
Man,
Exactly.
I'm
Those two
letting
guards.
Lou Dort shoot in a double or cheat or I play zone a little bit on chat on Shea and letting Lou Dort
Okay.
shoot.
Okay. So hold up. That's the whole game plan, Bruce.
No, I let Kawhi play like safety. You know,
Wait, say that one more
so
time. What did you say?
I let Kawhi play like a safety. Like he's gonna guard Lou Dort, but he's cheating for Shea against Shea.
Oh, okay. I
What
like
about
that. Now, what about? Hold up, bro. What about the bench? What? So when they sub out the players, who's good? What about OKC's bench versus Clippers bench? How do you like that?
shit? Okay,
Uh,
bench. Killing us.
Clippers
Now, for,
bench is smarter than OKC bench.
that's questionable, but I'm not mad at that. That's cool. I'm not arguing with that one.
You
So
know,
Sorry.
OKC needs to suffer a heartbreak. They haven't suffered a heartbreak yet.
That's a lie, Bruce. They suffered a heartbreak last year in the second round
When?
against the
Timberwolves, yeah.
Mavericks in Game
Wait, no.
6. Yes, they did. They did suffer
Man,
heartbreak, and they was actually guarding the shit out of Luka that series, and they lost that series. That was heartbreak. They was technically the
last
better
season Shea
team.
was better than this season, in my opinion.
Wait, what did you? Wait, hold
Nah,
up. Say
we
that one more
needed
time. What
Kirk.
you say, Bruce? Wait, what did you just say? What
I
did
think
you
Shea
say?
was better last season than this season.
Oh, you're
Last
tripping
Kirk
season
now.
about to
Shea
blow a
was
Hey,
gasket,
it's
bro.
different. It's
Shea
You
different.
was
think
the
you think
MVP.
he's doing too much flopping?
This season his points mostly comes from the free throws. So
Oh my
Yeah,
gosh.
there's some calls he's getting in the regular season he's not gonna get in the
I'm,
playoffs. So let's see.
You know,
so
that's
here's my
James
thing.
Harden's problem this
So
whole
hold up,
career,
bro.
man.
Let me respond to him real quick, bro. Hold up.
All
Let me
right,
respond to Bruce
all
real
right.
quick. Because here's my thing with the free throws with Shea. And I seen a stat on this. He averages 24 points without the free throws. They said that's the highest in the NBA without the free throws from every player. He averages still the most points without the free throws. That's number one. That's number one, Bruce.
Really? Where did you
Number
get that?
two,
OKC
Kawhi ain't been
if you
healthy
want
yet.
to, you can look up that stat, Bruce. I'm not making that stat up. He averages 24 points without the free throws this year. That's still a lot of free throws, though. I give you that. That's number one. I'm making my point real quick. Number two, he shoots 52% from the field. What does that tell you, Bruce? He chooses his spots. That's not free throws. That means that he shoots efficiently without the free throws. James Harden was not doing that. He was shooting under 45% when he had all those free throws. I'm just
Cook
being
his
honest with
ass.
you, Bruce. I mean, I'm just
Cook.
being honest with you. That's number two. Number three, Bruce. Number three. And he does not, bro. He does not need free throws to score. I don't understand why he does not need free throws to score. He even said it himself. He said, "Bro, he said if you're giving me the free throw, I'm gonna take the free throw." That's what he said out of his mouth. I don't know if you listen to his dad in the podcast. His dad was like, "Look, man, like free throws cool or not." He said, "Bro, like he scores. Bro, Shea can score in the mid range. He can score in the 3-point line, and he can go to the rack. Why would?" And that's my thing with Shea. Like he can still score. So if you take the free throws away, he's still scoring, bro. I don't understand that. I really don't understand the free throw. We're gonna see in the playoffs, though. That's my thing. I don't want to argue too much, bro, because last year I want to really count his free I'm gonna not come up with a stat. I'm gonna see the stats on how many free throws he had in the playoffs last year. I don't think it was a lot. He only probably had like three throws, average 29 in the playoffs on 49% shoot. I don't know. Bruce, I don't know, bro. This shit crazy, bro.
I think he just be trolling you, low key, bro.
I think so, bro. He's not even here, bro. I'm talking to myself.
Oh, he came back.
Oh no, he's right there. I'm tripping, bro. I don't know.
No,
Bro, you can make
I'm
the
right here.
argument.
But I don't believe in OKC. I think OKC is overrated. But
We gonna see,
we'll see.
bro. I keep hearing that.
Okay, we'll see. We'll see.
Okay, well,
Nah,
how would
you know what it
you?
is, Kirk? He
What's
gotta
that?
he gotta lose a series crying. Like if he loses a series crying, then we know he's serious.
Nah, hell nah.
He gotta
Wait, you
cry.
said who? You talking about Shea?
Yeah, I said Shea gotta cry. He gotta cry after he loses the
Shea don't even
series.
look like the dude I would cry over that, bro.
Hey, by the way,
Nah, bro.
Shea is the same age as Tatum, right?
Look,
Tatum's older than them. Tatum's
Giannis
like
cried. He got
28.
a championship, man. He won, you know.
Shay's 26.
Yeah, hey, but you got to look at
No,
Embiid. He
Shea
cried
is
and
like
can't get
20.
out the
Shea is
second
like
round.
28, man.
Goddamn it!
Y'all funny as shit though. But hey, but look,
big
hold up, Bruce. That's what I meant to tell you, bro. What about Joel Embiid? No one talked about him when he was going crazy all them free throws. And he was
They was
like,
talking about it.
like great players draw flat. I'm not saying he's a great player all time. I'm not saying that about Shea. I'm not gonna say that. But
He
he
is.
does the way. I mean, we gonna see. I'm not gonna. I'm not saying that. I'm just saying like the way Shea draws fouls. Yes, it's bullshit. I'm not gonna lie to you. I seen some shit like that's not a foul, but I seen this boy
Shea be
score,
getting those LeBron calls.
bruh.
You
Yeah, he
barely
do.
touching him, he
But I
get a
seen
call.
Shea score, bro. But even before this free throw merchant stuff, I don't know if y'all remember that year, bro. 2023 when they Shea's really first year when he averaged 30. He was not going to the line like that. He was giving them boys 30, like legit. And I was like, damn, like just out there just muscling niggas and shooting mid ranges. I like Shea because he's a skilled player, bro. I don't give a damn about he's not everybody's Kyrie Irving. Kyrie damn near scores without free throws every game. That's not a lot of guards, bro. Kyrie's a very
I
skilled
think
guard.
Shea is Bernard King. That's a new Bernard King. So
I mean,
he's
that's
gonna
fair.
score. He's gonna score a
Yeah.
lot of points and do anything.
Well, we're gonna see if Jay
Yo,
does
they
really
let
the Robin.
We gonna
Maybe he
see,
needs a
bro.
better Robin. Maybe
He's
Shot
like
needs a better Robin.
he's gonna
they
be like
let Shea
Carmelo.
take all the shots. So if he has a
Carmelo.
bad game, the Thunder will fall apart, man.
Hey, Bruce,
He's,
come on. You
he's
disrespectful.
gonna be like
Carmelo didn't
Carmelo.
play
So.
defense or play make, bro. Shea does all that.
Carmelo, that's interesting.
Oh, he's disrespectful, bro.
I,
He's disrespectful. I watched Carmelo too, bro. Shea has a better game
what
than Carmelo already.
what if the
No,
reason,
Carmelo was
like,
just
say
lazy.
OKC lose? What if it's just he doesn't have a good enough Robin?
What?
That's true too.
That's not what Kirk was saying. He's why Jalen Williams is a good Robin. So
I think he is. That's just my personal opinion.
Oh, yeah.
I don't
think,
even.
bro, I ain't gonna lie.
I think
don't even
Jalen
think
Williams is
OKC
the number
Hey,
3
but he's
option.
got to prove it this year. He's got to prove it now.
I agree, Rob. If the OKC lose, I'm not gonna be like, oh, cause this. Nah, look, man, they legit this year. I'd be like, okay, so show me that you're legit. You showed me you showed me that you was legit last year. Now that you're facing this
Can OKC
Western
play half
Conference,
court? Can
you said
OKC play
what?
half court? Can OKC play half court?
What did he say?
Can they play half court?
Can they play in the half court?
They can somewhat play in the half court
Yeah,
because of
just
Shea.
get the ball to
That's
Shea.
not gonna help in the playoffs.
They was playing the half court
I
last
mean,
year though. I mean,
I
pick and roll. Pick and roll
honestly,
with Chatter, Jalen, or they use chat in the post sometimes. I mean, they can play in the
That's
half
the
I
court.
don't
that's
That's
the
really
not
see
like
him
their game.
That's the
chat in the
Rocket
post a
problem
lot.
too. They cannot play half court. So
Shea is their half court offense, bro. I ain't even gonna lie.
Thank you, Tay.
It's
Thank
not
you,
a
Tay.
bad half
Sorry,
court
half-court
offense.
Unless they,
okay.
I
And
mean, they do shoot a
Jam
lot of
can.
threes. They got a Jed throw, Joe shooting like deep from 3.
Right.
They got Jalen Williams. What he usually does, he drives to the basket.
And
And
shoots the mid range
OKC plays
too.
small ball, so we'll see.
Yeah, they play small ball. They got a lot of deflections. Caruso. Trying to think.
Yo,
I'm still here.
he said something and then he cut out.
No, I was saying, outside of Shea and Jalen Williams with the ball, what kind of offense are they running?
They running a drive and kick offense. Drive and
Drive
kick to
and
the drive and kick screens. They run a lot of action off the screens, bro. And they got Aaron Wiggins. He probably does the ISO. If you want to be honest, their best ISO ball scorers is Shea, Jalen, Aaron Wiggins, somewhat Wallace. Chat's not really an offensive, like he's not really like an ISO guy, but he pretty much operates in the mid post, or he's running off the pick and roll so he can pick and pop. So they run like a Golden State type of offense, actually, kind of.
what's that center that shoots threes? I think his name is
Jalen Williams.
something. No,
Or you talking
the
about
man
the other
plays
one?
the 5 that shoots threes.
You're talking about Hargenstein, but he don't shoot threes though.
No, not him. I think his name's Jalen too.
Yeah, Jalen Williams. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Yeah, 2 Jalen Williams. You're right. He shoots threes, and he had like 2 triple doubles. What'd you say, bro?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
I told you last season about OKC and they lost. So okay.
You was right. It's a different season this year though.
All right.
They got we'll see.
It's a different season, but I mean, I'm not gonna sit here and say they're gonna win the championship.
You know what's funny? I'm watching the Lakers and they can beat OKC.
Yeah, I see. Just watching their games, they can beat OKC
easily.
You know what happened?
Hold up.
You know,
So what about
you know why
defensively
Luca?
though? What
Hey,
about
you
the
know why
defense?
Luca was ejected? Really?
Why?
Because Vegas. I think people put too much money on the Lakers, man.
You probably right about. I mean, but that's regular season though to me. I think Luca's a problem
Oh,
for them.
now regular season. Okay.
It is regular season. I
I
seen
just
when they
said
did
regular
Luca
season
last
about
year.
OKC,
But
but you said, oh, okay. Listen, listen.
bro, like if you saw the odds that day, you understand why they would eject Luca.
I mean, they was about to lose 2 games back to back against the Lakers. I think that would be an interesting series, though. I think they
When they
probably.
play team that really good in half court, they lose. Watch.
Yeah, they couldn't guard Luca. Couldn't guard LeBron. Definitely couldn't
I
guard
feel,
also.
but I seen them guard Luca last year, though. I'm not gonna lie to you, bro. And they
In
guarded him
Dallas,
pretty damn good.
there was no LeBron.
They just gonna look, Kirk. They just gonna have to prove it because at the end of the day, the playoffs is a whole different. You know what I'm saying? The pressure is way
Environment, yeah.
different.
Pressure's different, yeah.
Yeah, the
Physicality.
pressure.
I'm just worried
That's
about
it.
really how are we gonna get James Harden going in that kind of series.
Yeah, I
I
don't
think you
know,
run pick and
man.
roll with him. You run pick and roll with James Harden to get him going. To me, you
I mean,
get
them
him in
dudes
a
are good
switch.
around screens, man.
I'm just
James
worried
Harden
about.
is
I'm
good
just
for
worried about getting this game
two
on
games,
Denver,
and
man.
then
We just need to be ready. Be ready. We look ready, man. This is probably the most ready the Clippers ever looked, bro. I'll
really,
say that. I don't know.
I don't know.
I don't
I
know. It's
agree. I
there's been
agree
a
with that.
couple of years, Bruce. There's been a couple of years where I was like, "Oh, we should," but
When Joe Ingles did the stupid foul on Kawhi, I think the Clippers team was ready.
yeah. Oh man, we
Wait,
just. I
say that
mean, this is
again.
it.
Joe Ingles when Utah was playing.
Oh, Joe Ingles. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, hell no. We wasn't
That
ready.
was fine.
Why was we
What?
down 0-2
We
in that
were ready.
series, bro?
We even beat Utah without Kawhi, and the Clippers should have beaten the Suns because the referees gave game 1 to the Suns.
Yeah,
The Suns
I
were not even
agree.
that good.
I agree with you on that, but even then, it showed that we wasn't ready. The fact that we came out there and lost 2 straight games by a lot, like not even a close game. Like
And
that was not a ready Clippers team.
we went to Dallas and won 2 straight games.
Yes,
Yeah.
we did, but we lost the first 2 in Dallas that
We
year
were
too.
ready mentally. We were ready.
But was that not because of coaching though, Taz?
Exactly, I agree, but that shows that we wasn't ready. I think
Yeah.
we ready this year.
Yeah. That's all. That's all. Like we look red. Like this probably like I don't know.
Yeah. I mean,
I
last
mean, I
year
think this
it was like
Clippers
Kawhi
team
said.
have the coaching staff now to be ready for any situation. Jeff Van
Yeah.
Gundy is not going to just allow the defense to slip out of order like that. You know,
See, and that's
guys
what.
love Van Gundy. Van Gundy choked a lot of playoffs as a coach. So
exactly. That's
Well,
why he's
maybe
an
that's a good
assistant
thing.
coach,
Yeah, I was
Bruce.
gonna say maybe a good thing is he might be assistant. Hopefully.
Yeah, that is the good part. He don't want to be in the spotlight no more. I'm okay with that coming from Jeff Van Gundy. Like if
Yeah.
Jeff Van Gundy can coach his greatest games, being an assistant coach and keeping his specific job in line, I trust Jeff Van Gundy to do that. To have him be over the whole team, especially this team, no, I don't trust it. It's another Ty Lue situation. You know?
Jeff Van Gundy was coaching the Rockets, and when McGrady went 2-0 in Dallas, right? I think wasn't he the coach of the Rockets? And they lost after.
I mean, shit is Dirk. What the fuck? Like, come on now, Bruce.
Come on, man.
You naming some great ass
You went to
players,
Dallas
bro.
and won 2 games, and you lost the rest of all the games at home.
Yeah. Good
Come
lord.
on.
I don't agree with that. Hey, we just gonna have to settle on that disagreement on that, man.
But you know what though? Like I said earlier, man, like this is if guys want to rewrite their career like James Harden, like rewrite the narrative about the being bad in the playoffs. This is it, bro. Like you want to people stop talking about that. This is the time to prove that you're ready.
I don't think James Harden was bad in the playoff. It was not clutch when this team needed. Could have been Golden State so many times.
And somebody said something the other day. They was like, well, he's with Kawhi now. like because you know they were trying to say it to like his other, I guess other teammates aren't Kawhi, so you know because he's had KD, he's had really good teammates, you know,
You
so.
know, they could have won a championship that year if he didn't get hurt, along with Kyrie.
But
Yeah,
like I
man.
said, if there's any time to rewrite your career, James Harden is now. You want people to take you know, take that narrative off your name. Like this is it.
Well, he got to show up against the Thunder because I think that's going to be the
Oh,
series
yeah, yeah,
that
yeah.
matters.
Well,
Against the
honestly,
Thunder.
we,
Wow. So the Nuggets?
that's why I'm like, I think like Denver, like they the past champs, bro. Like if we beat this team, bro, like we're,
But Denver,
honestly, who can beat us after that? Like
the
you know
problem
what I'm saying?
Come on, man.
with
Come on.
Denver is we got to beat them. We got to execute on defense. That's it. If we execute
Yeah,
on defense, we can beat Denver
yeah.
because their offense is.
And exploit their where they're bad at. You know, honestly, like I said, man. But like, if Harden wants to make a name, rewrite his name, it's now. It's time.
You
Zoo
know, if we're
wants to
not
be.
playing,
Zoo wants to be the big dog. He wants to be the best center in the league. Beat the best center, and then people gonna start talking about him. You know.
you know what I'm saying? We're not winning a shootout with Denver. We got to play defense.
Mm-hmm. That's where we. That's how we got to where we at. You know what I'm saying? Where we at now is our
Exactly.
defense. Our
That's
defense.
why I trust this Clippers team this year, man. Like I understand our past teams have been predicated on defense at times, but this roster that we have is a defensive roster. You know, and I really trust that being around Kawhi Leonard. You know what I'm saying? Like I understand that we had a Pat Bev, but in my honest opinion, Dunn is better than Pat Bev on defense.
Uh,
You
Yeah.
know,
what do you think
Shit,
you
this
know.
roster? You
he
think it's
might
better
even
than
be a
the
better
roster
shooter
last year?
too.
He has a better form, but Pat has proven he's a better shooter. I ain't even
See,
gonna lie.
that's why. Remember, I was telling you guys about this a while ago. I was saying, Chris Dunn's form is. He has a really good form for
Yeah.
a guy that misses the way he does. That's why I was
Yep.
like, all it takes for him is to get hot, and he gonna hit it.
Yeah. Yeah. And that's why I do like him being on the floor, you know, and I think Chris Dunn is going to be a playoff riser, man. And I don't think enough people are talking about that. We're worried about if people, you know, just let Chris Dunn shoot. But I think Chris Dunn has that dog in him to at least get you about 2 threes a game in this, you know, in these playoffs. You know what I'm saying? So
Again, he plays really good elite defense, and to play elite defense is you have to have the will to even want to do that.
right. You gotta
So,
have
and
that dog.
you got to. So if you run into the playoffs where you're expected to win off a will, you know, I'm gonna give that to Chris Dunn all day, man.
Yeah.
He's gonna be ready.
Yeah.
He's gonna be ready.
And if we haven't had a Derek Jones Jr. coming off the bench like that, that's an electric
really
player
good.
right there.
Yes.
Yeah,
Him and
that is an
Nico.
electric player.
Honestly, though, him and Nico are really like. So that's why I was so mad when we got rid of him a few years. I think it was 2 years ago or 1 year ago.
Yep. We got rid of him last year. Mm-hmm.
Elton and Nico, yeah.
Yeah,
Yep.
man. That's why I was so glad when we got him back. I was like, oh man, we got Nico back. And then, you know, I remember dudes were trying to give me help, trying to say, what Nico gonna do? What Nico gonna do? He old. Like,
Yeah,
bro, you don't
what's crazy
understand.
I remember those conversations. I was on your side, Rob, with that one. But go ahead, my man.
Yeah, you
Yo, this
remember Taz? They was telling me like what Nico gonna do. Like what? Do you know what Nico does for our team? Even him not playing against the Warriors, we would have probably destroyed the Warriors if he had played.
Yeah.
Like
Nico, 37-year-olds doing chase down blocks, man.
Nah, for real. Like, hey, a lot of people sleep on Nico, but the reason why I love Nico is not because of, you know, his specific defense or his specific offense. I'm more looking at Nico as an IQ player. You need a guy like a Nico on your team that can knock down Nico is a goddamn sniper, and he don't get enough credit for that shit. Like anytime Nico puts up a three, I think that shit's going in. You know, and you gotta respect somebody like Nico
He's a
Batum when he's
sniper.
on the floor. Hell yeah! What? Okay.
If Nico is a sniper, Kennedy will still be alive.
Oh God.
Oh man. Oh Lord. What's your gripe against Nico though, Bruce?
I have nothing against Nico.
Oh, okay. You just don't think he's a sniper.
Yeah, I don't think he's a sniper.
When I say a sniper, I mean Nico has a jump shot that he can replicate
But
every
he
fucking
hit
time.
plus threes. He hit plus
Yeah,
threes. So
yeah,
I would give
and
him
that's
that.
what he can be a high volume 3-point shooter at times. You know, all you need to do is give Nico an inch of space and he can still get the ball up. You know, Nico is a certified sniper in my eyes. You know, when you see him on the floor, yeah, hella unselfish. You know, and you just need those kind of guys on your team, especially for a championship run. Every championship team has one of those guys. You got to have a high IQ player that knows his role. Yeah, yeah, man. So Nico, I think, is gonna be big in this series too, because Nico defends Jokic pretty good. Yeah, it ain't like great. It ain't defensive stopper, but it is bothersome. You know, he can't get on Jokic nerves.
Honestly, what time do they play tomorrow?
They play
2:30.
early.
Oh, I think it's different, huh? We all live in different spots.
Yeah, I'm Central, so Eastern they'll be playing at 1:30.
Oh, Eastern 1:30. Oh shit, that's gonna be an early game then.
No,
Yep.
he's Central, I think, right?
Okay,
Eastern is like 3:30.
oh, it's 3:30. Okay, okay, so then it should be like 1-ish for because I'm hitting on the west side, California.
Oh, yeah, if you out west, I think that's gonna be shit. God
If
damn,
it's
man.
3:30, it should be like 12 or some shit.
Early
Like,
game.
Yeah.
Early ass game.
Yeah, East to be 4:30. My bad. You right. You right.
damn, bro, that's about to be a game, man. This will be some good ass games, man. I ain't gonna lie, bro. Some good teams
Yeah,
this year, bro. Definitely in the West, man. Shit.
yeah. I already had to
Yeah,
warn my girl.
yeah.
Like I already had to tell her, bro. I'm gonna be glued to the TV. So I'm just letting you know right now, so you don't get mad at me in the future, bro.
Well, you're not gonna win a championship with her. So
Hey, she about to get a ring though. You better believe that, goddammit.
Hey, man,
So
but hey, on that note, man, I'm about to get up out of here, y'all. Y'all have a good evening, man.
hell
Or
yeah,
whatever
All
man.
right,
it
man.
is for you
Have a
guys.
good one.
All right,
all
y'all.
right.
Shit, man. How do y'all think James Harden is really gonna perform this series, man? Because
He'll be just fine, man. They don't got good defenders. They don't. If you look, they let me think. Jamal Murray, easy. Michael Porter Jr., easy. He gives them too much space on perimeters. Um, who else? Christian Braun. He's the only one I'm really worried about. He's a good lateral. He has good lateral quickness, height, athleticism. Outside of him, I mean, they're not really good. I mean, they lost Bruce Brown and Kentavious Caldwell-Pope, and they lost their best two wing defenders.
yeah, like James Harden. I think this gonna be able to tell us where James Harden mental strength is at. You know, this series is a series that he should be able to dominate. You know, with his playmaking ability,
Jimmy,
at least getting to the paint. He's been a lot twitchier lately, which is good to see, especially going into the playoffs. So it looks like he can get around probably about 60% of the NBA on defense. You know, and I'll
yeah,
take that from this James Harden.
yeah. In the month of April, James Harden's pretty much been cooking. You know, his
Yeah,
field goal percentage all year long has been around 39%. Finished
yeah,
around 41. It's just a major improvement. You ask me.
yeah. Hell yeah, man. And that's speaking about that. Like if they got Christian Braun guarding James Harden, Norm is gonna have a field day. Like it's not.
Yeah,
I don't see nobody on that team that can guard Norman Powell, man.
they don't got nobody, man. It's not like Golden State where you have Moody who can pressure you, and you have Jimmy Butler,
Right.
Draymond, and all these small ball guards. So
Oh man, that mean we gonna need at least a good 15 to 18 from Norm every game, though. And
Yeah,
I'm
I
not
think
gonna
he,
lie about that. You
like this
said
is one of
what?
those games where Norm can take over if James Harden's not playing with him. You know what I'm saying?
Right, right.
It's not like the Warriors where James has to carry and Kawhi is the carry just to save us from getting to play in.
hmm So who you got in this matchup between Jokic and Zoo?
I think Jokic because he can space the floor. That's the biggest reason. And Zoo, he's not a really good perimeter defender at all. So in the
And
paint, I love Zoo. In the perimeter, nah, man.
look, man, I don't. Okay. I understand what everybody's saying with that because Zoo is a big dude. It's hard for him to move on the perimeter sometimes. But I don't see the terrible perimeter defense that everybody else sees. You know,
He's
he
just slow.
usually
He's
gets.
just slow on his feet. That's all it really is, man.
I mean, but most of these guys that scoring on Zoo on the perimeter, they have to hit that step back. You know, that's the only thing that gets Zubac out there on the perimeter. You know, I really don't see too many people, you know, just having to drive past Zoo out there on the perimeter. You know, and even when Luca or anybody else does it, Zoo is right there on the chase down. Like, it's going to be an interesting series to watch because I would love to see
I mean,
how Jokic counters what Zoo
Jokic
got.
is what 7 foot something with a high release. I don't think that really matters, man.
Zubac has to make Jokic work on the defensive and the offensive. On the
Yeah.
offensive defense, you know.
I think,
I'm not saying to lock down Jokic, but make him work
yeah, it's true. And that
and
Mhm.
is,
and and give Zubac the ball to make Jokic work to get tired because they don't have a backup. DeAndre Jordan is done. He's
yeah.
just he's the Udonis Haslem of the Nuggets.
You think they'll double team Zoo?
Nah. They might run a heavy shade on them, but I don't think it's going to be a double team because I think they do trust Jokic in that matchup because of how heavy he is, and I think Jokic can get some good contests on some of those Zoo hook shots. But I do think in that paint, Zoo will cook Jokic in the paint. And I'm not saying it ain't gonna happen the other way around. I'm just saying it's gonna be harder for Jokic to cook in the paint than it is Zoo. You know, like just noticing how Jokic plays, he has to play on the perimeter this series, man. Like he usually once he's going against other teams, he loves getting into the paint. You know, that's where he likes to do his damage at. You know, he'll get easy tip back, offensive rebounds.
Yep.
He'll get on the boards. He has great touch around the glass. You know, I think that Zoo is just going to bother him because they're about the same height, honestly, about the same weight as well. You know, so it's going to be a real physical matchup, and I don't think Jokic liked those physical matchups like that. Like when he has to go against a Karl Anthony Towns, and when Cat gets physical with Jokic, he kind of shrinks a little bit.
You know, we'll have to see. You know, against the Warriors, he was all bruised up, scratched up when the Warriors played. So
Yeah, yeah. It's just gonna be an interesting series all the way around, man. I can't wait. It's
mm,
finally time. It's finally time to see this shit be put together. Yeah.
seems what they do. See, I don't know what about Kawhi. They gonna throw doubles at him? They gonna trust
Oh
Gordon?
hell yeah. No, they gonna have to send a double at Kawhi because as good as Aaron Gordon is at guarding Kawhi still can get to his spots. You know, it'll all depend on if Kawhi hits his shots. He'll have the shots, and they're gonna be tough ass shots, but it's just gonna matter if he hits it. You know,
Right.
I don't think. Go ahead, my bad.
Yeah. If that happens, somebody's got to be there to back him up.
Yeah. Yeah,
So
I
they're gonna
don't
be
think they got the luxury. Yeah, they ain't got the luxury to just double team, you know, any of our guys like that. You know, with how
yeah,
weak they are defensively on the perimeter.
yeah, that's true. Like who they sending? Like Michael Porter Jr. Someone tall.
I,
I try to
yeah,
think like who they sending Jamal Murray over there. So who they saying?
Like you said, I think it'll be MPJ. You know, he has that length. He can, clog the lane a little bit. You know, he can obstruct vision. So that'll be the best option to send, but he's still soft as fucking cupcakes.
Yeah,
So I,
that
I
dude,
don't know how effective that's gonna be.
that dude can't. I mean, he's not really that good of a defender, man.
No, hell no. Like he ain't got no
But
grit in him, man.
so bad at defense rating, man. No good be on there. That nigga Yo is pissed. He be on there. He be
Oh
scoring. He be scoring
man.
every basket, and they score right back. I don't blame him. Shit.
Man, nah, I hear that shit. And the real X factor for the Nuggets is gonna be Jamal Murray. That's who I'm gonna be paying attention to on that team because I do not want to get that boy cooking. Jamal Murray, once he sees the basket open up like the fucking ocean, it's scary hours. I'm not even gonna lie.
I mean, we got
And
bottle him up. It's like the Timberwolves did, man.
yeah,
I
yeah,
think we
yeah,
do that. We did a pretty good job of shape.
yeah, yeah. Like Jamal Murray is just a maestro when it comes to scoring the basketball, man. Like he's a master at that shit. He understands his spots. He's not afraid of the mid range. He can step out and shoot the three. He can run the pick and roll. If he gets going, that is going to cause hell of problems for the Clippers. And if I see that motherfucker have about 30 points, I'm telling Kawhi to go over there. I don't give a fuck about Aaron Gordon at that point. Kawhi is going to have to guard that man. And hell, it's Jamal Murray, goddammit. Yeah, man. I guess I'm going to go ahead and get up out of here too, dog. It's good chatting. Salute, BJ. Salute to the Pull Up Basketball Podcast. Those.